bell in the Temple of Chantea, one of the only 2 stone buildings in this area, begins ringing. You can see its doors are wide open, and on the steps you can see sitting are the 2 bears, kind of watching you guys in the darkness as you can hear the sound of the bell roll across the fields and the gardens and the orchards far, far into the distance. You know that this bell will reach the walls. You guys are outside in the nighttime by the North Furrow's End. Ryan, what do you know? Did you watch any of the things?
Sorry, I haven't.
Okay,
really
no,
watched. I haven't really been keeping track.
That's okay. That's okay.
Somewhere in Golden Fields, though.
Right. Correct. You guys are in Golden Fields, massive walled agricultural town. There's about 5,000 people who work here, like workers and stuff like that. There's animal pens, there's orchards, there's gardens, there's silos, there's food, there's storage, there's mighty walls that are 60 feet tall on the outside. When you get inside, the walls are 20 feet high because, it's built up. But
yeah, right.
miles, like I'm talking there's 20 square miles of wheat fields in here, right? It's massive. And that's just the wheat fields. When you guys traveled from Waterdeep to this place on the North Furrow Road, literally the road comes into the town and in to the town, and at the end of the road is a massively fancy inn called the North Furrow's End, where you guys have been staying.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop the map up for Ryan so he can.
Yeah. And you guys spent a couple nights here, and it was late at night on the second night when a halfling bard that you guys had come to know, and his tendency was to get drunk in the middle of the and at the end of the night he just would wander around randomly in the gardens and fields, and eventually make his way home. But that was his thing to do. You guys heard him shouting and come stumbling across the courtyard when around one of the longhouses you guys saw a goblin and a couple bugbears with a bunch of goblins. Fighting. Okay. The druid Cloud, the Aarakocra, he had summoned a bunch of wolves that went after some of the goblins and were chasing them, and in the fields and the gardens. It's nighttime too, right?
Yep.
And you guys, this is all happening in the courtyard, kind of in between the temple and some longhouses and the inn, and the abbot, be after about a minute and a half, he finally is now ringing the bell. You guys, once, you guys do hear yelpings of wolves and stuff, right? Even, and you guys are once the bells begin ringing, you guys can see in the dark, in the darkness down by the animal pens, you guys could see motion of figures in the dark. It's probably more, and you can hear squealing of pigs and baying of sheep. And I'm not talking animal pens. Don't think of a corral. Don't think 60 feet or whatever, right? Not a corral. I'm talking pasture. Each field is a half mile square. Each animal pen is a half mile square.
Wow.
Pasture. This is a massive place, right? I said, 20 miles of wheat fields, 20 square miles of wheat fields. And
a lot of wheat, a lot of barley, a lot of oats, a lot of beer. Potential for beer is mighty here. I like this saying.
they keep 1/6 of their barley for beer. The rest they sell. They keep 1/6 of it for beer.
Selfish individuals.
Huh.
Make
So,
it into
do
barrel.
we know what the bell is?
Do you what?
You said there was a bell.
Yeah.
Do we know what the bell means?
Probably like letting the whole town and the guards in the walls in the far distance to like sound an alarm that there's like goblins and bugbears and
Ogres.
inside.
Okay. So do we see any goblins, or are the ones that we can see being dealt with already?
Yeah, down by the animal pens, you guys can see that there are
Okay.
Oh, there's more
How
goblins?
far away are they?
like you can like run over there and like go do something.
Yeah,
There's more?
I'm starting to head over there. How far away are they?
How far do you want them to be away as you approach them?
One movement.
Yeah, like one movement away. Unless you want to be farther, then I don't know.
Sure.
It's the animal pens. Look, you just gotta run around like they're
Sure,
like you gotta go through the longhouses. Let's put it this way, Ryan. Roll a perception.
Okay. That's a 24.
Okay. You start running and you're like these longhouses. Like you are running between one of the longhouses to head towards the animal pens. When hunched in the shadows in the darkness, you could see that he was going to spring out to attack you clearly, but you happen to spot him with your keen. Actually, roll disadvantage.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Okay. 21.
Yeah. Okay. But you happen to see him anyways as you're running by the darkness. You see around the corner in the shadows of one of the longhouses when you're about to break out to the pasture, you see a bugbear springs out to take an attack at you. Okay.
Okay. But I see him first.
Yeah.
All right.
But
well,
yeah. So basically, when we get into the initiative, do you want to just roll an initiative? Do you guys remember the initiative order? I think it went Garl, Bad Guys, Nicodemus, Silent, and Cloud, right?
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. You want me to roll some initiative?
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
So that's a 14.
Okay, you're gonna go before Nicodemus, but after the bad guys. But
okay.
But do you know what? I don't remember where we left off. We probably didn't leave off at the top. Okay. So you guys can even see that, right? When Far Eye just takes off between the longhouses to like head towards the animal pens where you can hear, like I said, animals are, kind of, pigs are screaming and sheep are, are wailing, and you can see figures in the darkness. When Far Eye runs through the longhouses, you could see a figure like coming out to like, well, I don't know if you do, but you see him or you see her you know what I mean, like jump with the start, like something is happening.
I should get involved at the bugbear as I see him.
Yeah. So you guys can basically you guys can see there's stuff going on at the animal pens, or you can go directly to Far Eye or you can go anywhere else you want, into the fields, into the orchards, into anywhere, into anywhere you want to go. But let's start off with Garl.
Garl will get up to where he can actually see a goblin or two, and within voice distance, since Garl can see 120 foot in the dark, he will holler out, "Get over here and protect your king! Answer for what you've done to my friends!"
I'll look at my goblin and kind of go, "You heard him."
He like gives you like a half-hearted salute and wipes the blood off of his short sword or scimitar.
See, we're on the goblin sides and not the ogre sides. That's your king. Continue. Sorry.
No,
that's fine.
and that's what Garl will do in this moment to see the reactions there, because if they're rebels, Garl's going to cut them all down as quick as he can, because he is going to have subversives in his tribe.
Okay. Just roll me a perception with disadvantage, because like I said, it is dark out.
Yeah, all right, but he has superior dark vision.
But it still converts it to dim light, and dim light is disadvantage on perception.
Actually, no, because, well, let me check my sheet, because I think he has the perceptive feat. Let me see here, just to make sure.
Skulker.
No, he does. He doesn't have that one. It's a different character I got. So let's see here. Yeah, that's a 10. Let's see what this. If I go lower. Oh, I did. Some bitch. Perception. Let's see here. It will be 14.
You see that, like, you don't exactly see goblins, but you could see through like you know, someone small moving through like the wheat fields, but the wheat fields are already like kind of like, you know, it's even beyond your dark vision. I'd say it would just be like moonlight kind of, because it is a nice full moon. I will tell you that.
Okay.
So out in the distance, you can see, you know, just that there are like, you can see where there's a bunch of figures, because even if I remember, Garl is up in his room, right? Because you guys had just dispatched that bugbear and you were outside. I don't even remember.
We can't. I came on outside onto the stoop.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So you are with the rest of them. Yeah, and you can see like I said, the kind of the zigzags made in the tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
like when something moves through the grass, you can see that there are a bunch of moving through, and you're pretty sure that like it's hard to tell against some of the dark shapes of the trees and stuff in the distance, but you're almost pretty sure you could see like, you know, more ogre-sized things as well.
But yeah, okay, but that's what Garl's doing, is hollering at his subjects in his mind.
Yeah.
And trying to get them back here to answer for their crimes against his friends.
Okay. Yeah. God. Okay. I'm gonna the bugbear. That is
about to die by our hands.
What happened here?
He's gonna feel the burn of the lightning. Thunderstruck.
My phone was talking too slow.
Burn, baby, burn.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So he sees you and you see him, Ryan.
Yep.
So he's not gonna.
Surprise.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get his sneak attack.
Yep.
But he takes a swing at you with his Morning Star, and you deftly block it. You
Yep.
easily block his attack. And it nicely works out that it's your go.
All right. So, Farah puts her hand on her holy symbol.
Yep.
And she remembers what her god said to her in the thing, in the post-death vision, and she says, "I am the storm," and she can't. And then a burst of lightning comes out of her, and she casts Spirit Guardians. So there's kind of a ring of lightning, like a lightning storm going around her.
Mm-hmm.
So I cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. And
It's a
when
wisdom
is the saving throw made? I think it happens on their go, right?
When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So
On a turn, so now.
Yeah, so he makes a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, he takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a success, he takes half that.
He rolled a 17 for his save.
Okay.
So he does kind of like he rolled really poorly to attack you, and that's part of why, because suddenly this storm just appears around you, which is
13 radiant damage halved to 7 or
7.
6. 7.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. And he snarls as he kind of lifts his forearm to shield his face. Nicodemus. Or actually, anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's my action.
Okay, Nicodemus. You can see that like Far Eye is like fighting between the a couple of the longhouses, and you can hear sounds from the animal pens. And I don't know if you would be able to see out into the fields. You could roll a disadvantage, perception with disadvantage.
Okey-dokey, doggy daddy. 11.
Do you know what? You do see like something like ogre size move way out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Another ogre. How far is way out there?
Way out there.
Okay.
Like let's put it this way, you would easily pass Far Eye and the animal pens going out there.
Okay,
so you could head out towards that direction if you wanted to.
I see Far Eye. How far is Far Eye from me?
A movement.
All right. I want to look down at my goblin. That's a goblin I have charmed. And be like, those bugbears been messing with you? Let's take revenge. And like go over there, hide in that behind that haystack, and then shoot him. Pop out and shoot him until he's dead. All right. And I will use my movement to walk up there, and I will whack him with my sword.
Okay, and you can see that Far Eye has like this storm around him, and he's kind of got this like bugbear kind of backed against the Muskrat Lodge.
All right, the Muskrat Lodge. I'll be like, and then when I get up to the bugbear, I'll be like, "You fiend, do not mess with the beer brewing success that is at Golden Fields." And that will be a 20
Oh.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
But
by
still,
the by
he's
the
on
way, it goes without saying I exclude Nicodemus and from the Spirit Guardian damage because I can do that. But if the Goblin comes into it, then he gets damaged by it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Pigs.
told him to
I
go hide
wasn't-
behind a hay bale or something.
Yeah.
You know, just like pointed out something he could
Yeah.
hide and then jump
Oh
back.
yeah, for sure there'd be stuff like even like let's put it this way, it's Goldfield's agricultural time and it's nighttime. There is literally like wagons and wheelbarrows and carts and of all types everywhere.
Yeah.
So it'd be easy for you to like easily just a wheelbarrow or a cart or a
Go
barrel,
hide
a water
that
barrel,
and shoot
anything.
shoot the goblin and then shoot the bugbear and then hide behind. You know, do the bonus
Yeah.
action hide and shoot, hide and shoot.
Yeah.
You know, what goblins do. He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a dirty 20, 16 plus 4, and did 5 points of damage to said bugbear.
Okay. Yeah. Your goblin's getting ready. I'm still letting him go on the goblin rounds.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it. That's I'm done.
Yeah,
Movement.
you could see like Nicodemus or Far Eye has this bugbear kind of backed up against the lodge, and you like take some cover behind this thing with the goblin, and you take a shot while the goblin's.
No, I ran up to the bugbear and stabbed him with my sword.
Oh, you stab with the sword. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know why I thought you too. Okay, yeah, you stabbed with the sword. So you guys got him pinned in good then. So
Yeah.
you can. Far Eye can like keep him in the radius. He'll have a harder time if he wants to move away from you now because you got him between you,
Yeah.
the spell, and the wall of the lodge. He's pretty hemmed in. Silence. You can see Nicodemus goes over to help dispatch this one bugbear. You can hear action at the animal pens, and you've gotten from like Garl and even Nicodemus. You can make a perception yourself at disadvantage for the dark but dim.
But I can see the bugbear. Well, I know there was a bug dead.
Yeah, you know there's a
bugbear.
bugbear, but I'm just getting you to roll for basically the fields.
Yeah, might as well roll perception. I mean, I just saw one die in front of me on the top level of the inn, so
Yeah.
Also perceive what else is out there. I'm pretty sure I have perception down as.
I think you do.
Yes, I have it down as a feat.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be a proficiency bonus of +3
Wisdom.
onto my die 20. 21.
Is that with disadvantage for the being dark out?
I haven't taken disadvantage yet, so with the proficiency bonus, I got 21. So what's the disadvantage again?
Disadvantage is where you roll the dice twice and choose the lowest.
Lowest.
Because
I just got. Okay, my lowest
advantage.
is 9.
Yeah, you don't see out into the fields. You just see like what's going on with Far Eye, and you can clearly hear like the cacophony at the animal pen.
Okay, I can see Far Eye. I'll go to Far Eye then.
Okay, you can go over and you can see that.
Far Eye's in combat with the bugbear.
Yeah, you can see that in between the longhouses, Far Eye and Nicodemus have this bugbear kind of like hemmed in with his back against one of the lodge walls, and the goblin that's charmed is like dropping his shield and pulling out his short bow behind some cover. It looks like he's going to start shooting at someone. But you do know that that's like Nicodemus's goblin, and you kind of heard him give him orders like, "Hey, you shoot at that bugbear." Like
Okay, have our spell
heard it,
slots
so.
all rejuvenated, or are they still what they were from last
They're
session?
what they were, because technically we're
Last
still
session,
kind of in the middle
okay.
of combat.
I couldn't have taken a nap in
All
between.
right. Okay.
Oh, and
I do Tasha's hideous laughter because that's quite effective. So monster has to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
he rolled awesome. He rolled 17.
Let me check something.
He rolled a 17. He like is able to like. You can feel that you aren't able to
He
manipulate.
doesn't find your joke funny, Silence.
Yeah, you aren't able to pluck at his personality like you do the strings of your lute. You weren't able to influence him. Are you a musician, Kath, or what? In real life? Oh, I made her
Oh,
mad by asking.
no.
That was too personal.
I don't think so.
No, I know.
Hello,
I'm just
I'm
teasing.
back.
Hello. And I asked you, just a off question. I asked you, Kath, are you like a musician in real life or anything?
Not completely. I played the clarinet for a bit, but then I stopped playing it.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because you have made some musical references or whatever.
I do like
bottom,
music,
so,
yes.
So I was just wondering. By the way, for anyone interested, I have been posting on my Facebook. I have been posting, I think 3 or 4 videos now. I just play a few songs.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to check that out.
And like I say, no prep, no practice, no. Like the first one, I even forgot to tune. I'm like, oh. So there's mistakes and everything, because I'm just fucking farting around in my bedroom. But okay, so you cast your spell and you aren't able to affect him with it. You guys could all hear like the commotion at the animal pens. If you are done, Kath, that's it. No other things you want to do or inquire about? Oh, there she is. Nothing else you'd like to do or inquire about, Silence?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just hold my rapier to the ready.
Okay, you still got your rapier in your hand and stuff like that.
Yep.
In
case things
and-
get messy.
And Cloud, he's in here, correct? He never
He's
made it
not
in.
here now.
Okay, Cloud.
Is flying off scouting around.
I was gonna say, you guys see his silhouette cross the big silver moon. You know, you guys can see he's in the air doing stuff.
Garl,
He was a wolf.
use,
You hear like wolf howls off in the distance.
Oh shit, that's right, he was a wolf.
Garl holler as a free action. Cloud, come back! She's in heat. She'll get you.
I even forgot that he's a dire wolf or whatever.
Yeah, direwolf.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
He summoned, go off chasing a horde of goblins somewhere else, and take care of them.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what he's doing. Is they're probably all just harassing the goblins out to
Out in the
where
fields.
they're going. Yeah.
You just hear wolves howling every once in a while out in the distance.
And sometimes yipes. Like a
Arrow hitting one.
yeah. Or great club. Garl. You can
Yes.
see your friends are dispatching a bugbear and you can hear sound at the animal pens. And you know that they're moving through the fields.
Okay. How far from Garl is Nicodemus and the goblin that's with Nicodemus?
How far from the
From Garl.
Like everyone else within a movement.
Okay. Then what Garl will do is holler at him, "You worm! Protect my priest! Let no harm come to him!" And then Garl will go ahead and move 25 feet on up, and he will go ahead and try to shoot. You said there's a bugbear out there, the bugbear, and he's how far?
Something. What's your maximum range?
Well, it's with a short bow. I think it's 320 feet.
Okay, let's say around 300 feet out.
Oh, okay. He's gonna shoot at that puppy.
Okay.
And is that with disadvantage?
I don't know.
No.
Do you
Well,
take
yeah,
a disadvantage for range?
Yeah,
At that range,
yeah. He doesn't have the sharpshooter feat yet.
It's we're
then with
still
disadvantage.
in darkness, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but that
that's
has nothing to do with attack rolls. That's perception.
Okay. Oh, that's all right. It wasn't too much.
Well,
worse.
actually, it does, but
Yeah.
he's not blinded. You can see him enough to.
Yeah.
You can't see what it
Okay.
is, but you know there's a shape out there you're shooting at.
Yeah.
You can't tell me
And
because trust me, Ryan, because you can see like a tractor parked in a field like 2 miles away at nighttime.
Yeah.
that will be
Yeah, I got you.
that will be a 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, you can see that you hit it. Like
All
you can
right.
see like, do me your damage too.
Yeah. And he doesn't see me, right? So I have advantage. No, I have I'll say I have disadvantage. I have disadvantage because of distance, so my sneak attack ain't gonna
Right.
work.
Right.
That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
So he'll. All right, that will be 8 points of piercing damage from
Okay.
my short bow. As far as that, and I moved. I did that, and now I will go ahead and I will bonus action hide.
Okay, there's lots of places to hide. You can hide in the bush. You can hide behind carts or wagons, or I mean,
And-
technically, you can anywhere. You can even climb up on one of the roundhouses or the
hide in the open because it's dark.
longhouses.
But if there's a cart and there's a cart and a wheel,
Oh yeah,
Darl being as short as he is, that's where he would naturally try to get to because it'd be the closest. And he has himself a 9 plus. That would be a 18 for stealth.
Okay. Okay, and you can see like you hide kind of like you can see like the goblin.
Yeah.
You can see like Nicodemus's pet goblin. He gets ready, and
Fury of the Small.
he takes a shot, but he kind of misses. He shoots too close against the wall of the lodge itself, but you can see because there is Nicodemus, Far Eye, and Silence are all kind of like got this bugbear with his back against the wall, so the goblin kind of,
And Darl, if he has another free action, would just holler at the goblin, "You better protect my priest!"
He looks at you and he just in a
Squirrel.
frenzy is like notching another arrow, like in a frenzy.
Yeah.
This bugbear
Another
is,
word to say for Spirit Guardians.
oh yeah, 18. So you roll the damage, please.
That's 11 on the dice, so half of that is 6.
Okay. He's still up. He's pretty bloodied, but he's like, and you could see his eyes are darting around. He's looking for a way to make a break for it. And he does.
Okay.
He
Is
does a
disengaging?
disengage, and he moves around the corner of the building, and you could hear his soft foot pats running, and he runs around the corner like he bolts.
Okay.
And it goes on to Far Eye. It is your goal.
Okay. So I'm going to move out of the building in the direction that the
Okay, you come
Bugbear
around
was
the corner.
at.
You come around the corner from between these two longhouses. You come out into the corner, so it's less shadowed, right? You're now like back into like the silvery moon. Is like
Ooh,
a silver.
silvery.
The moon is like a silver disc
Yeah.
in the sky, right? And you step out, and you can see that like the animal pens are nearby, and you can roll your perception with disadvantage. And until someone puts light, always assume it's with disadvantage. Well, if you want to.
I was gonna cast light, so
Well,
yeah, I cast light on my shield.
okay. Okay, well that just makes it worse for you. Now all of your far distance is gone. Now what's the range of your light?
Yeah. 20-foot bright light, 20-foot dim light.
40
After that.
feet? Okay. At the
Yeah.
dim light, you can see two ogres that are like
All right.
that are
Cool.
breaking the legs of like sheep and pigs and a goat, and you see they're just breaking the legs and throwing them over the fence, and they're now like climbing up over. One of them is already scooping up 2 big armfuls of like half dead sheep, like it has like 8 of them, and pigs and stuff like that. And the other one has like
Alright.
is crawling over the fence, and he has a big. These are ogres. The one with the
Okay.
2
Alright,
armfuls.
well, in that case,
They're going to die.
The one with the 2
yeah.
armfuls.
Go ahead. Go on.
You could see where he has left. Like it looks like you could see his club laying like on the ground. The other guy has a sack, and he's like still there at the fence. Like he still is armed. The other guy has 2 arm loads and is already like beginning to walk away. The other guy is still loading up. So there's a guy walking away, and he too looks like he's heading out towards the fields. And you can see that they already have
see
like
the bugbear there.
oh, the bugbear. Would you roll? No, he's gone. He's gone. He's beyond your light distance. He's gone. He's gone. He's a bugbear. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
He's like sneaky and everything.
Okay,
He
fair enough.
dissolves into the field somewhere or around cover or something.
Fair enough. Well, at the very least, this will let our
And of course
shoot
they
us
see you.
over without
And of course-
disadvantage.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of course they
yeah.
see you. This light appears, and they're
So
going,
I'm just gonna take cover then. And because I used my action to cast light, so I'll
yeah.
take
There's
cover.
you could step. There's a wagon here
Yeah.
between the animal pens and you. Just a wagon, just
Yeah.
parked. You can just step behind the wagon.
Yeah.
To get some concealment / cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Hey,
But you can see 2 ogres at the animal pens, and they already
Now
look
you
like
can
they
get-
have like gore and blood on their faces too. And you can see how they literally like it looks like a sheep is gonna get away. One just grabs it and just breaks its leg as it just throws it into this big bag. And you hear like the sheep just scream. It's like, yeah, it looks like they're just breaking the legs and throwing them over the fence. They didn't run away, and then they're gathering them up now. Kind of like fish, right? You catch them, you club them on the head, so they don't.
Right.
Right?
Well,
That's what they're
Uh,
doing. They're not killing them. They're just.
I've lit up the. All right, the area is being lit up, so hopefully God can get a good sneak attack in on these guys.
All right, next up, Nicodemus. That bugbear runs around the corner, and you can see like suddenly like around the corner of the lodge, poof, it just lights up, and you can hear like animals screaming now and then, and you might even catch a smell like you always kind of smell the shit from the animal pens, right? But you kind of smell like. Smells different. Smells fresher. Smells.
I will follow the bugbear.
Oh yeah, you just go around the corner and you can see that, like,
And I see what.
in the dim light that like from about 40 feet away from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
No, more than that. Nah. Yeah, about 60 feet away from you.
Okay.
But you could see these ogres at the animal pens, and they're just at the extreme edge of like Far Eye's light spell, and you could see Far Eye thusly about 20 feet away from you, behind a wagon. Just so you're not far, just kind of around the corner and over a bit where there's a wagon parked, right?
Right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay just 20 feet away from Far Eye. Just turn the corner. I see them fucking like breaking goats, stuff like that.
Mutilating animals and chanting away.
Hell no! And I yell at the ogres and giants, stop what you're doing and die! And then I'm going to add an interaction, put my sword up, and then I'm going to cast a spell. What's that called? What the fuck is that spell called? Oh, sorry. First level, like glowing arrow magic spell.
Oh, Sacred Flame or whatever?
Guiding Bow.
Guiding Bolt.
And so what I'm going to do is I'll stick my hand into my jug of wine and dip my fingers in it and then swirl my hand around and blow the wine in that direction, and it turns into a glowing arrow. And does it strike one of the ogres? Let's say whatever ogre is nearest me. That would be. Do I have disadvantage?
Not anymore.
No, because they're in dim. They're in dim light. Yeah, you don't have.
So
yeah.
you're good.
Will be a 26 without disadvantage, or a fucking 26 with disadvantage, 19 or 20, either way.
Yeah.
Boom.
Do you wanna hit the ogre that's already got his arms full and is walking out towards gonna walk out towards the fields, or the one that's still picking animals up?
I'll go with the one still picking animals up.
Okay.
3, 4. That would be a total of 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And he is now glowing, and whoever else will have advantage on their next attack roll against him, as the sparkling wine of the champagne quart type splashes all over him, lighting him up. And I'll yell at him. I'll get his attention.
Okay.
And that will be all for me. And I'll yell. I suppose I'll also yell at the goblin. More ogres to defend the tribe against.
Okay. You hit him, and he howls in pain, right? Like it's like searing flame, right? He howls in pain, and you see that like he kind of like.
I kind of see radiant damage more like nuclear.
True. Radiation makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I know even the DM's guide, I think that's there's between like a laser and a blaster, right? I think
Yeah.
because like one's necrotic, or some are necrotic, some are disintegration, some are radiant. Anyways, so anyways, you zap him and he totally, you get the attention. Well, I mean, the light in itself that far right lit up has gotten their attention, but you blast that one and he like howls in pain, and you see he like when he screams, you see like it looks like a hoof he was chewing on or something like that. He spits out like spitting out his food when he screams.
And now full Matrix where I hold my hand up and like, come on.
Silence.
Yep.
It is your. Or anything else you like to do, Michael or Nicodemus?
No, I'm good. Good. I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good.
Yeah, silence. Your goal. You see that Nicodemus goes, or Farai goes around the corner, and you can see that like it lights up around the corner of the lodge, and Nicodemus goes around there, and you hear him.
I'm bellowing giant, but I talk to the goblin and common, so I was like, "There's ogres over here for you to kill."
But you can clearly hear him like invoking his god and rebuking something. You can hear some sort of holy rebuke come from Nicodemus's lips, and a scream of pain from like someone oh, I don't know, like someone like hit a grizzly bear in the nuts with a baseball bat, right? Like just rage, pain, betrayal. Yeah,
Yeah, that noise.
yeah.
Obviously, someone has hit a grizzly bear in
That's
the balls
accurate.
of a baseball
Yeah.
bat.
Hey, upstate New York, shit happens.
Yeah.
What do you want from a hillbilly?
Yo, I'm the actual hillbilly here, okay?
No, we are here in the Adirondacks also.
Whatever.
We were hillbillies before you guys were.
Do people look at you and then look down at your feet to
Hey,
see if you're wearing shoes when you travel outside of your area? They
Yep.
do.
And I'm Canadian. As far as I'm concerned, you're both rednecks.
Hey, fair enough.
Let's not start a King of the Hillbillies rant here, okay?
Why not?
That was a
We're in
Simpsons
the middle of
reference.
combat,
That was
that's why.
supposed to be a Homer Simpson impression, lady.
Oh, shoot. I do have sharpshooter. Damn.
I thought so.
Yeah. That's all right. My bad. I just
still
didn't use
hit.
it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you gotta do your sharpshooter.
I just noticed. I didn't call the -5, so it didn't matter.
I know.
Yeah.
But I just.
Well, you can do it You can do it next time.
Yep. Well, it takes away my
I-
disadvantage on long distance too.
Yeah.
Okay, where were we?
What are you doing, Silence?
What are you doing?
Okay, well, as I can tell, we've dealt with the bugbear.
Yeah, he's beating feet, and your friends kind of go around the corner, and it sounds like there's some sort of commotion going on around there.
Well, I am obviously going to join my brothers in arms and see what the commotion is.
Okay, you come around the corner. You can see Farai and Nicodemus are about 20 feet away. They're kind of behind a wagon. Farai has a light spell cast and out at the edge of the light.
Surrounded by lightning as well.
Yeah, and out at the distance of the light, you could see a couple of ogres that seem to be like basically gathering up livestock. And it looks like they've already been feasting. Like you could see like one has like a loop of intestine sticking out of his mouth as he's still chewing. And some of the animals look like that they have actual bites out of them. Most of them are mangled or mutilated in one way or another, whether from just being thrown or physically having a limb broken so that they don't run away and can be gathered up later. But one of them has him gathered up in his arms, and he looks like he's headed out towards the fields. The other one looks like he was gathering up animals, but his attention is like on you guys, and he's like just screaming. He's the one bellowing. Just so what do you want to do? 2 ogres gathering up animals.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any arrows. Not really a bow and arrow person.
Any
Hmm.
any buff spells?
Oh, I could probably do dissonant whispers. Just to confuse
If it's
them.
got a 60-foot range, sure.
Hang on, I'll just check.
If you move up to your companions, you're 40 feet away, like to the
Yeah.
wagon. So that the three of
Oh,
you are
might as well
behind the
do that.
wagon.
Get shelter, be with my companions.
The three of you are behind the wagon, just like the Apple Dumpling Gang, right?
Yep.
Um,
It's a 60-foot range. That's good.
okay.
It seems like a bad place to be if they throw a flask of flaming oil at us.
Okay, you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, wrecking it with terrible pain. Well, I might as well start with the one that is already in pain. Your target must make a wisdom saving throw.
I've got a question. Could I see silence when I cast Spirit Guardians?
I rolled an 18 minus 2. I still made it.
Okay, on a failed, let's see, what's it say? Failed save, On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing it on the one that has its arms full of animals is walking towards the field, or are you doing it on the one that's still picking up animals screaming?
The screaming one.
Okay. How much damage?
Let's see, half the usual. Usual is 3d6, but half of that, so hang on a minute. 3 of those. Oh, wait. Okay, together I rolled a normal 10, half that, so 5.
Okay. And you could see like his nose bleeds a little bit.
Well, that's something.
And his eyes roll.
I've got a question.
Yo.
So could I see? Was I able to see?
Is this something that can wait for your round?
Was I able? Silence when I cast. Oh no! It's because she entered the area of Spirit Guardians.
I'm assuming that you I'm assuming that you would let your companions be immune to it, right? If you had that choice. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna have a bio, and then we'll get for top of the round.
Just the wording says I can choose a number of creatures I can see. Yeah. All right. Well, never mind.
Like if they're invisible, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Huh. That would suck.
Yeah.
That thing is really
It says
time to time.
you can designate a number of creatures you can see to be immune to the effect. So.
Could you see her at the time?
I do it. That's what I was asking. Those more that matters.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't see Garl, right?
Yeah, certainly not.
That C component gets problematic from time to time. And you don't always think about it, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, really? No, you can't see it. Oh, shit. Okay. So, how are you doing in England there with the virus?
I think we're doing okay. A lot of people are working from home at the moment, and my work's not even on because I work at the Usher Hall, which is working with a lot of the public. So we're not there at all.
Yeah. That's cool. My work got all but shut down.
I see. I see the day that you posted the little sign that was up out there.
Yeah, did you get the reference? That wasn't our sign. That was a movie.
Oh, that was a movie. No, I didn't. I didn't pull that.
Okay. It's a movie Clerks. The emphasis, they had these big aluminum shutters covering the windows, and when he went to open them in the morning, somebody had shoved gum in the locks, and so he couldn't get them to open. So to let people know that they were open, he took a sheet and wrote, "I assure you we're open," in shoe polish. That was like the very beginning of the movie, and the rest of the movie, there's like people would walk in and talk to the guy like, "You smell like shoe polish. Why do I smell shoe polish?" I had to make a sign, and people are constantly opening the door and walking in and be like, "Oh, hey, you open?" "Yes, we're open." It's fun. It's a good little reference if you've seen the movie.
I hadn't.
But
I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
one day, and one of the waitresses had come back in, and she had mentioned that she had been shopping in Walmart. I was like, "Well, I'd like to get paid and shop." And she said, "Well, I'm doing it for work. I went to get stuff so we can make signs to let people know we're open, because we're not doing any business at all. Technically, we're open, but without dine-in, people aren't going to carry out. They're hitting drive-throughs or ordering pizza."
Yeah, it sucks for some place where it's a sit-down restaurant. Really,
we're like fucking nothing. Most employees are completely laid off. I managed to get 13 hours this weekend, whereas I normally would get 22, and that's more than you probably expect next week. And that was just in a weekend. I've lost several other days because of it. It's just, I'm not fucking doing anything. I'm not making any money. They love you.
shame you didn't have some old malaria pills. You could sell them on the sly and make a little bit of incoming quality.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. What are you guys talking about? No one's gonna tell me.
Virus.
No one's gonna tell me. Everyone, take off a level.
Yeah.
What?
Who cares about the virus now, eh?
Yeah.
It's strange times.
What do you
A bit
mean
strange
take off?
here.
What do you mean take off a level? No, I know. I'm not being glib. I'm just not talking
Okay,
about.
In the middle of a combat. We can level up in the middle of a combat.
Yeah, no, I'm not being glib in.
Hey, I'll take a level. I got an extra D8.
No, I said everybody take off a level.
Oh, really?
That's the level, Ryan. We lost it.
As
Oh,
punishment
okay.
for not telling me, right? I said, "What are you guys talking about? Me?" And I said, "Take off a level."
Oh,
Well,
that's mine,
just before you came, we were talking about drug dealing. Malaria pills in specific.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, I got some of those.
Sure.
The first thing I saw
Sure.
on Facebook today was that there's some sort of chemical compound used for like cleaning like fish aquariums or fish tanks or something like that.
Yeah.
That's very similar to that, and someone already like killed himself, right? Taking that stuff.
Yeah. That just
Eating aquarium cleaner, right? Their wife's in the hospital and they died.
he's an idiot.
Truly culling the herd, not the
Right.
virus.
And you're exactly right. And not only is he an idiot, those are the most dangerous type of people. So people who, that whole Dunning-Kruger effect, right? Like, he thought, "Oh, look at the chemistry of it. Oh, it's this stuff, babe. Come on." Fuck.
Bro.
At least call your doctor and see if it's okay.
So I could.
I wouldn't even have to call doctor.
No, but I'm just saying that you would think a reasonable person, if he even had a question.
That was the key word, though.
Yeah.
Reasonable person. I don't think that was even an issue.
No, not in this case.
That wasn't even a factor.
No, he was not reasonable.
Oh.
So
Um,
whose turn is it?
It's back up to top. That's why I went then because it was top of the round. It's Garl.
And what Gar will do, he's looking at that bugbear. He's
The one way out in the distance.
the one that's
Oh, the one that's running away. Okay, you probably have a chance. You roll me with disadvantage still because it's a
okay.
long ways away. He's
What?
like
He
not.
doesn't have disadvantage on distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I know, but for perception though.
yeah.
Oh, that's different.
Don't damn that die. It rolled. That's the second time it rolled within one of each other. All right, that will be right there. Does a 15 hit?
I needed a perception to see if you could see that guy because he's like
Oh, for then it'd be
out.
okay. It'd be
Yeah,
15 then on that.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll say with the 15 you can. Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead and try to hit him. I'll take the -5.
Who's got the pack of hounds?
I do. It's our little ones.
How many?
Yeah, they don't sound pretty old.
It's a Jack. Oh, the one is real old. The Jack Russell Terrier's almost 15.
Oh, a little Jack Russell.
Yeah, and then the miniature.
Sounds like actual hounds.
And miniature. That's the miniature Schnauzer.
Oh.
Okay, that will be a 16 with disadvantage to hit.
Well.
If it's not with disadvantage,
No, it
then,
still would be because it's gonna be dark. So.
Yeah, well, the site there. So
because he's
16.
So he's not within a 40-foot radius of me then.
No, not this guy.
Okay.
Did the 16 hit him?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I was looking. I couldn't remember if it was 16 or 17. Yeah,
No,
just
16.
on the nose.
All right. And then that will be that. And I don't have an ally biome. And come on, baby. Oh, yes. I like that. That spun just right. That will be 19 points of piercing damage.
You drop him. You see him go down into like the, like he's a bugbear. The growth is like up to his waist, right? Like when he enters the hay field.
And Garl will holler, "That's for corrupted my subjects." And then Garl will go ahead and hide.
Okay. You can hide. If it becomes relevant, I'll get you to roll then. There's no point rolling now. Me trying to remember.
Okay.
I'll get you to roll it when something's making a perception.
Okay, no problem.
Because there's just no point. I know you're gonna hide good anyway. So
I haven't sometimes.
Well.
Compared to their perception, yeah.
Yeah,
that could
exactly.
Be.
Come on, like what? There's 2 ogres around. I think they have a -2 to their perception or something.
The only reason that they can see us is because I'm glowing with holy light.
I'll shoot you.
Well, that's exactly.
It wouldn't work.
I cast the light so you wouldn't have disadvantage because I thought you had disadvantage.
Yeah, but that light only goes out so far. Where I'm shooting, for me, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
but for you guys up close and personal, yeah, it's an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. The one ogre that's picking animals up, he literally throws a pig at you guys. And you guys all duck, and it smashes into the wagon. The wagon doesn't get destroyed, but the pig does. Like, there's like a totally wet
perfect.
smack, crunch, squeal, and like, you could tell like it probably splits open because a loop of guts comes over. Like, you guys all duck below, and it just, yeah. And it picks up its club, and it's coming, and it walks towards you guys.
Chitlins.
Right up to the wagon with its club raised above. So it's on the other side of the wagon. After, like, by the time you guys peek up,
Is it within 15 feet of me?
it's across the wagon from you. So
Is that within 15 feet?
I would say it is.
Okay.
So
make a
let
wisdom
me-
save then.
I will, Ryan.
Oh, that was a terrible roll. I rolled a 7 on 3d8.
How much damage?
I rolled
your
a
damage.
7 on 3d8.
Okay.
Did he
Okay.
pass?
He failed.
Okay, so he takes 7 points of radiant damage.
Yeah. So he's like within the storm, but he's literally like across the wagon with his like club raised. He's either gonna smash you guys or the wagon or whatever, but he's still howling. Even as he enters your storm, he's still howling. And that's his go. The other guy, he fucking books it. He moves and does what is it? What's it called? A dash out into the fields, and it looks like you're all getting the idea
Away?
that they're all heading to like the same direction. They're all heading like to the eastern wall, through the fields to the eastern wall.
Oh, so he left
Yeah, with his animals.
faster?
Good for
But you
nothing.
hear that like there's still like bong. In fact, everyone's around. I should bong because it would take almost 6 seconds to ring the bell, right?
Yeah.
Because this is only seconds. You can see commoners.
Is
Commoners are looking out of longhouses everywhere, but a lot of them have slammed the doors shut, and there's already some screaming. And the goblins were one, and the wolves chased them out of there. And people that come out to look, people are locking down shutter, and people are a couple people come out to look with pitchforks, and
And torches.
yeah, like the temple. You saw the abbot earlier, but he's probably inside making, whatever. The two bears are just sitting out on the steps, kind of looking around, like in a daze, like they're half asleep. And you do, but you know what I mean. But like, there's not like people running around like crazy or anything. There's like everybody's in their longhouses, hunkered down. Especially now that the bell's going on, they know there's goblins. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck!" But there's no guards or nothing yet. They're still miles away. So every round, boom. So that ogre, smart enough to know the bell's ringing. I'm out of here with what I got. Seems like that's the whole thought of everybody, but it is your goal. So what do you want to do?
it's Michael?
Yeah.
No,
Nicodemus.
yours, Far Eye.
Okay.
Fire hadn't gone yet.
Do it. You're absolutely right. It is Far Eye after the bad guys. Yep. Everybody's generally going
Okay.
out Far Eye.
Did my
Except you
goblin
got
get a shot at the ogre who advanced on us?
Oh, Nicodemus, you roll
Yeah.
for him now.
Okie dokie.
Just roll.
Say like +3 to hit, +5. I'll tell you what I rolled on the arrow. Does he get advantage, or because I would like him to run behind something, hide, and then shoot.
Sure.
A stealth check sure would be a total of 20,
Oh yeah. There's no way. Ogre would see him.
and it's a 14 on the die roll. I don't know what.
Oh yes.
I think it's either 3 or 5.
Oh yeah,
4.
ogre 11 AC.
Yeah, he hit the ogre.
Yeah.
For let's say foe D6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Total of 4 piercing. As
Okay.
it jumps from behind a hay bale or something, goes. Don't you ever mess with us goblins again? I've seen the light.
Actually, he's just still from around the corner of the longhouse. He hasn't even come out from between the longhouses.
And then like even though he can't bonus action hide again, he will attempt to cover.
Oh, he can. He can just step back behind the corner of the longhouse.
All right,
Can't even see him. Can't even see him. Yeah. So there you go. He goes.
Yeah.
He takes a shot at the ogre, and
how far away is the running one?
he was 40. He moved. Let's say he's 100. Because of angles. Because of math. He's 100.
Math.
What's the range on guiding bolt?
120.
Fuck it, we'll take a shot.
And he's
Actually,
out of your
probably
light,
not being
and
that-
he's out to the dim light of the silvery moon.
And he's not been damaged that much yet either. So yeah, I'll just move around and hit the guy that came up
Across the
at us.
wagon, who's gonna smash you with his great club?
I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. You only have 5-foot reach. You will have to go around the wagon, over the wagon, under the wagon.
Can I do that without leaving his reach?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just move. I'll just move up to him and then
Under the
hit
wagon,
him with
over the
my
wagon,
warhammer.
around the wagon.
Go over, dude. Go over.
I'm going over.
Okay, you may easily do that. I'll only consider it like difficult terrain, so it takes up like an extra couple of feet. To move 5 feet, it's 10 feet. 10 feet, you're in the wagon.
Yeah.
Right.
Stand on the wagon so you're hiding
And
the motherfucker.
then take a
You're almost
swing at
face
him
to face with
my
him.
Take a swing at him with my warhammer.
Do so.
Straight into his ugly face.
Do so.
Yeah.
24.
You swing right at his ugly face. And you hit mightily. You still can't tell if it's a he or she, but you know that it's the most revolting thing you've ever smelled. Ever.
And he takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and you smash it right in the face, and snot and blood and it goes flying from its face. As you can see, even part of its cheekbone collapses. It hasn't stopped its howling in pain. It smells terrible. It smells absolutely terrible, and especially like the thing is, everything from it smells old and sour, except for its breath, which smells like fresh offal and viscera.
I've smelled worse. Remember that hill giant?
It's a toss-up. That's something to talk about in a tavern over ale. What smells worse, a hill giant or an ogre? Hard to say. Hard to say. That's something you'd have to ponder somewhere else. But nothing human. There's nothing human about these things. They're humanoid in nature. They have a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, but there's nothing human.
Well,
okay. So far as in the wagon, just smash this thing in the face. Just. And Farai? Or sorry, Nicodemus?
Yo. Alright. Ogres dash 80 feet.
Yeah.
I dash 70 feet. I want to follow the motherfucker. Granted, he'll get the one running away with the sheep and goats.
Yes.
I'm going to attempt to follow him. So pretty much take myself out of combat. Just let me know if he keeps dashing or if he slows down or something. But I'm going to attempt to follow him to see where exactly he goes and what exactly he is other members of the rating.
I get it.
So other than that, I'm out of combat. I'm chasing after that fucker. Granted, he will
you take a sip of your ale, and your feet do like the cartoon, and you kind of tear off under the wagon, like through the wagon around. I'll even
I'm assuming like climbing over the wall will be difficult for him.
You
Maybe I'll be able
feel-
to catch up at that time. I don't know. I want to see as much as I can see while following. He doesn't outpace me that much.
you feel the sip of the ale that you take to wet your whistle. You
Yeah.
feel like that. You feel the spirit of Greenfields somehow again.
Ah, yeah.
So I'm gonna let you get by him without getting like an attack of opportunity.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't even pay attention to you
Oh,
as
even
you.
the other one that wears around the thing. I was
Well,
thinking
I mean
bar
the
on.
one that's near the wagon, right?
Yeah,
Because
I was
to
thinking
get away
bar
from him,
on. I'll
you
just-
don't even get an attack of opportunity. You're just able to slip away under the wagon through because Far Eye is up in his face with this fucking storm and glowing shields and smash it in the face. It's not even. You're out of its
This is so cool.
current perception. Yeah, it's peripheral right now, right?
Yeah.
So you want to go how far away from this one that's going into the fields?
I want to keep following it until I can no longer track him anymore.
Oh, you pass a dead bugbear
Sure.
with gargle arrows sticking in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much taking myself out of this combat and just keep going until he either stops running and I catch up with him, or until he's over the wall. I want to see where he goes, where he climbs over the wall at, who he goes with, what's around.
I'll decide when I take you out of combat. Are you going to do
Oh,
anything
yeah,
other than follow
Nope.
him or pace him?
Yeah, follow him
What distance?
as much as I can keep up. If he stops running, then I'll assault him.
Oh, you could easily keep like like I said, he's an ogre. He's an ogre in this type of light. Easily, you could see him for like. Okay.
But technically, he's 10 feet faster than me on a dash. If we both dash, he outdistanced me.
Okay.
He dashes.
Where's your
8 feet, I
goblin?
dash 70.
Where's your goblin going to be? Where do you want you?
I'm just going to
just
leave him and
fight
just
that
take off.
guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're,
So
if
you do,
want,
you
your goblin
go,
could
you
go
can see this
faster,
thing
'cause
like
he can
tearing
dash to the
animals. You
corner
can,
section, right?
like animals are still squealing, as it's kind of carrying it through, but you can see it. Like I said, you walk past and there's like a dead bugbear face down with one of Garl's arrows sticking in it. You do recognize
Wow.
that. You just walk past him. Roll me perception with disadvantage.
I run past him. Perception disadvantage.
Yeah.
Total of 12.
Okay. Yeah, you see that it's probably that bugbear that you guys were just fighting. It looks like Garl did drop him out in the darkness. And that's it. You're following him. He's like making, like I said, the hay field that he's moving through is going to break out into a wheat field or barley field as it makes its way east towards the dark line of the wall on the horizon against the navy blue sky, right? It's so, but the big silver moon, clear sky. That's what I've always wondered, because like a little bit off topic, like in wintertime here, when there's a full moon, you can see like forever with the snow.
Yeah, it reflects all the full moon.
Forever. And even in the summertime, when you see the fields, you can see forever. And then you can see like, oh, there's like the bush miles away, and there's like, you can see forever. So, but so you could see how he's moving through and you're going through. You will easily like not lose sight of him. Silence.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? You got this one ogre. Far Eye has jumped up into the wagon and smashed the ogre in the face, and you're still behind the wagon. Nicodemus, gone. You don't know where. And
As far as I can tell, he's abandoned us.
and you haven't seen any sign of Garl as of yet.
Oh, that's usual.
Yeah.
No,
Not
no one
surprised
ever
by
sees
that.
Carl.
Okay,
what would you
well,
like to do? You could go over the wagon, under the wagon, around the wagon. If you
I'll go under the wagon and with my rapier. Why should I stab it? Slash at it. I don't think my rapier is strong enough to slash its tendons through. If I'm going under, I can probably get it in its
you
privates.
could totally stab it like in its like calf or something.
I was thinking in its crotch.
It is like 10, almost 12 feet tall, right? Like in total.
Yeah, okay,
so,
in his calf then.
yeah, you can totally come under the wagon and
In his
stab
legs,
at it.
just under the carriage and in his legs.
Yeah.
Yep. Hang on a minute. I need to do
Fun double
dexterity
team.
roll, don't I?
The wagon is kind of rocking above you as you feel like Far Eye moving around in 60 pounds of armor and fucking equipment and shields.
It's mithril armor.
Yeah, I know. That's why it
Yeah.
doesn't weigh like 80 pounds or 100 pounds for the armor.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said 60 pounds of equipment, I
Yeah.
said. No,
Don't
probably.
I need to do a
Yeah,
dexterity
alright,
roll to
fuck
go under and stab?
No, not at all. Because all you have to do is crouch down. The only thing it's going to do is cost you movement. Do you want to move under the wagon and attack? That's 10 feet of movement then. Instead of moving 5 feet, 10 feet of movement. That's the only penalty. You just got to crouch down and attack. There's no penalty for fighting from under the
Yep,
wagon.
I'll go under the wagon.
Yeah.
I'll dive under
Under,
the
over,
wagon,
around.
crawl through, and stab it in the leg with my rapier.
All right, you may do so. Make an attack roll.
Attack roll. Hang on a minute. Oh, speed up, internet. Why are you so slow? Hang on a minute. Yep, da 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 da. Oh, okay. 21.
You hit it. Do your damage.
Okay. Rapier. 1d8 damage.
Plus your dexterity
7.
bonus.
My dexterity.
Plus your dexterity bonus, yeah.
Oh,
Die
my
plus your
dexterity is
dexterity
plus
bonus.
2, so 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's your damage. Attacking, to make an attack roll, when it uses a weapon, you have an attack roll and a damage roll, and that's attack roll, you add your proficiency bonus and your dexterity bonus. Damage, you add your dice and your dexterity bonus. Simple as that.
Okay.
How much was that? 9? That was good.
Yeah.
Rapier attack. So, Far this thing just still just just it hasn't stopped since it got hit with the guiding bolt. So for like a good 10-12 seconds thing. So everybody in like the longhouses, at least right in the town area, or at least awake. Whether or not, I mean, guards still wouldn't even hear that. We'll see what's going on at the walls with the bell. Okay, but this thing's just screaming at your face still, and it got hit again. Garl, you may go.
Okay. Now, the wagon that has all this combat, is that the same wagon I'm under?
If you want it to be.
Well, I'd prefer not to, but
Okay, then no.
okay.
Because there's
I
wagon.
was, I was just trying
No,
to.
I pictured that you were like over by one of the longhouses
Okay.
still. You were still 20, 30 feet away from your companions, I thought.
Okay. And seeing this battle going on with this creature, Garl will go ahead and shoot at this ogre that's they're attacking and
Yeah,
attacking
you could
them.
totally, yeah, and you could get,
So roll your hide then.
yeah, and you could take advantage. You can get your sharpshooter, and you can do your sneak attack because Far Eye's fighting at melee
Yeah.
combat.
I'll I'll take the -5. Okay. And that will be over here, 10 plus. I I think that's a 12. To hit.
Okay. You hit him.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's surprised. All
He's
right.
an ogre. He's
Oh,
literally
yeah.
wearing like skins, and not again, not leather, but just
Yeah.
literally skins.
Yeah,
No,
of
it's
big
just-
buff animals.
I wasn't expecting to hit him with a 12.
Just like a
Pretty sure
loincloth.
ogres are next to dexterity as well.
So he'll take there's 10, 13 plus 3 is 16, 26 points of damage.
Wow. You hit him. Where? Do you hit him?
While he's
He's got his arms raised with his club over his head. He's gonna smash down.
Yeah.
Where'd you got him? Where'd you hit him?
we're right up underneath the jaw, up above the Adam's apple, going through the larynx, right up into the base of his
Okay.
skull.
His bellow goes from to and there's blood spraying out of his mouth and nostrils, but he's still alive. But he good, hit good, but it shuts the bellowing up.
Yeah.
Uh,
And all Garl will do is he will go ahead and holler for what he's worth. Protect my priest subject! And then he'll hide again on his bonus action.
hey, weird. I hid my phone on myself. Oh, there it is. Ah, it's stressful being blind.
I imagine. Or I could try to imagine. I really don't know.
Okay, if he has to make a save for Ryan's spirits, Ryan, for your spiritual guardian, do I got to make a save for that on this turn? Far right. Where
Yeah,
are you, far
start your
right?
turn.
Okay, I rolled a 17. I'm rolling just awesome on the wisdom saves today, like 19 minus 2.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, you
Last time
gotta
was
make a
18
save.
minus 2. Oh, I made it. I'm telling you, I made it. So what's the damage?
What's that?
You got some damage you can throw me there? Some radiant damage there, bro? Or, okay. Well, he'll do it, but I'm just worried.
Oh, come on back.
I rolled a 3d8, got 12 points, so half on a made say would be 6. If you want to go with that.
I will. Okay. He is gonna get one smash. He is gonna smash down on Farai in the wagon, and I think if something interesting happens, Silence underneath the wagon might be in danger as well.
Yeah.
If it's like a real far out roll.
A crit or something like that.
Yeah, like well, who knows? Wow. Do you know what? He turns into like
dropped again.
a side. He turns into like he like flips his wrist like a side swing. He doesn't
Ryan-
smash down. He does like a baseball swing, and Far Eye literally just ducks down. Because I
Ryan
rolled it. I
gets,
rolled a
said-
2.
that hit.
2. Wait, did they get only get one attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he takes a swing, but you think he's gonna smash it down? No, he turns like a baseball swing, and he swings and Far Eye just ducks down, goes over Far Eye's head. Easy block. So that's the ogre. Bugbears are maybe doing things elsewhere. Maybe? Goblin
Maybe?
can take his shot.
Yes, Goblin will take a shot.
And he can
He
have
will
advantage on it.
Yeah, he will hide first. Which is only an 11, which is, I don't know,
Still
if that's their
enough.
perception.
Oh yeah.
Nat 20. Crit.
Yes!
For a total of 11
yeah.
points of piercing damage.
An arrow out of
Sorry,
nowhere.
guys.
That's okay. Michael rolled the damage.
Okay.
And he rolled a total of 12, but the creature saved, so it did 6. It survived.
Okay. Cool.
It survived. At the last instant, it turns the swing instead of slamming down. And I warned that the creature was going to hit you, if it was possibly a good roll, you, the wagon, and Silence underneath. But at the last minute, flicked its wrist, it turned like a baseball swing, and it swatted at you, and you just ducked down. Because I rolled a 2, so it just went over your head.
Yeah.
Easy block. And I said the bugbears are doing their own thing. I said goblins are like doing their own thing. And I said the pet goblin, Michael rolled, critical hit. The arrow strikes the fucking ogre right in the neck, and that like its roar turned to gurgling. Another arrow comes out and hits it, and the
Really?
gurgling just stops totally.
Another arrow hit it?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
well, just from the goblin, Michael,
Oh, who
is
was
the one I'm talking about.
Okay, the first arrow was Garls.
Well, yeah, the first one was Garls, and now the second one is the goblins, right?
Yeah. And he's like,
And-
"Dang, what you get
You-
for
you
And,
think-
and the goblin kills the
I
ogre.
think we can convince this goblin to join us if we
It only lasts for an hour, and he'll know he'll be charmed at the end
That's
of it.
awesome.
Oh.
He's my
Michael.
subject.
Michael,
I think we can
Yes.
convince him to do it without the charm person to stay with us.
you're running, you're moving fast, the grass is tall, everything, right?
Yeah.
A fucking hand comes out and tries to grapple you. Just out of the vegetation.
Motherfucker.
Guys,
Okay.
we should probably go and figure out where Nicodemus is. And start moving in that direction.
So let's roll a grapple here, okay?
Pose check. I'll go with athletics. I'll try to burst my strength out of it. Total 15. 12 plus 3. Not bad.
You win.
Hey! As I want to keep running after it, but can I just like glance down to kind of see what it was?
Yes. Yeah. You see Warvel with a fucking gory axe.
Oh, well, stop then. I will stop anyway and duck down in there and have a conversation with him.
Okay. Yeah, he nods like, yeah, and motions with his hands like, yeah, come here. And he says, and you could see that he's like still putting away in his pouch.
Huh?
Pouches. And he's like, it looks like they're moving towards the eastern wall. I think
Yeah.
that's where they came from. And
I
he
think so,
says,
too.
but
But
I think there's 2 giants coming.
like still coming, not like leaving.
No, he says, I came out when I heard the bells ringing. And he's like, it looks like anyone with a brain is headed towards the wall. And it looks like 2 giants have climbed over the wall and have come in and are gathering things on their own.
Well, let's go. Point which direction? They're offering 100 gold pieces per giant head. Warble, let's do this.
East at the wall.
Is he pointing in a direction?
Yeah, he's pointing straight east.
Okay, well,
And
then let's go. Warble, I got this, man. We got this. Or,
Oh God.
or if you don't want to come, go over there, and I point to where they were, and you can probably still see the light, right?
Yeah.
Go over there and tell them giants in this way, 100 gold pieces ahead. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll just keep going. I don't know how much that's the conversation. So that's pretty much my whole round. So this.
Yeah. So basically, Warble's telling you it looks like they're all heading east, and when it seems like all the goblins, the bugbears, whatever, even ogres may be left, and he's been kind of trailing them and dogging them. Looks like he killed a few bugbears and took their pouches, and
yeah, good guy.
And he says they're all heading east. He says, well, all the goblins, bugbears, and ogres are headed east to the wall when the bell rang. It appears 2 giants climbed over.
Yeah. That's
and
fun.
are gathering things on their own.
Yeah, so let's either
The head to the eastern wall is literally like miles. I don't know how to do this round by round, but we'll finish this round and we'll think.
Okay, I feel you.
Okay?
I'm just going to start taking off in that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe not at a run because I don't know if
Let's put it this way. Right now, you're only about like what? Let's say 100 feet away. Just,
Yeah.
But you're not even that far away, right? But around there, you're at like the
I'll yell.
you're just like kind of
this way.
yeah.
Hey, you guys!
That's what happens. You bump into Warvel, who has been like doing his weevil thing, being the weevil.
Yeah, and
you even know and you guys, even when you guys met him, he was killing bugbears. So
yeah, he's a bad dude.
So silence.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, is there anything you want to do? That ogre has just been killed by an arrow. Far Eye's on the wagon. You're under the wagon. Garl is somewhere, and Nicodemus took off, but you hear him shouting. And
first things first, I'm gonna crawl out from under the wagon.
There's no creatures in imminent danger. I just want to know if you crawl out. Anything special you would like to do for your round? Where are you going? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? You come out of the wagon. Far Eye, you see Silence crawl out from under the wagon with her bloody rapier in her hand. Past the ogre, smells terrible as you crawl out of the wagon, and it's like on the ground. It smells worse, dead now even. There's expelled fluids from its body at death, so like steaming beef stew.
Yeah.
All over the ground, and its legs. And his final breath.
I'll never look at a beef stew the same way.
So you crawl out. What do you do? What do you want to do? Far Eye's on the wagon just behind you.
Well, I'm a bit surprised I survived not being crushed under the wagon. But I obviously do hear the screaming and shouting down through the pasture. So I'm thinking, oh dear, something's happening down there. I better go in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, it's just at the edge of kind of like the hayfields, within the hayfields, like just adjacent to, like you basically in between the longhouses and the barley fields, east from your position. The wall is miles away. You can hear Nicodemus shouting. And I'm going to end initiative because there's nothing in anything imminent. That is the situation. They're all moving to the walls, and two giants have come over. So you guys can either decide to do something here or go to the walls, or that's it. But let's roleplay.
Sweet deal. Do we hear?
We're out
I'm
of
gonna
like
try
initiative
history.
round.
Do we hear Nicodemus scream?
Oh yeah. Because everyone's kind of in the same generalish area, right? You guys are behind the long houses near the hay fields and the animal pens. So
And with that, after the ogre has fell, what Garl will do is come out and search it quickly. I mean, a very quick search.
Yeah.
And and as fast as his normal pace can take him,
Yeah.
head off towards Nicodemus and the east. And
Yeah.
while he's heading off that way, he's going to be constantly yelling, "Protect my priest!" to the goblin.
So, yeah, you're just moving towards Nicodemus. Yeah, that's fine. So that's it. Warvel is just like, we gotta get. He's like, what do you want? Like, the wall, eastern wall. He goes, I'm pretty sure I know where they came in. Can see their trail.
Let's trot over there, Werble. We can get this. We get their heads. We can probably get a share of the loot. I mean, we'll be heroes. You can be heroes. Maybe you can come out and use this heroic deed to erase some of your past deeds, Werble. I'm just telling you, only good can come of this. Or we can just call you something else. Call you Mad Eye instead of
Yeah.
Mad Eye.
Yeah.
Batman. Let's do this.
Oh, he's with you. He'll go to the eastern wall. In fact, Michael, as you're talking, you can kind of see loping towards you guys is also even a large wolf kind of coming from the east. Easternish. Like kind of actually a bit northeast, but
don't worry about it too much. That very well may be Cloud. I don't know. I mean, if he starts to get too close,
he says, I already bumped into him at the apple orchard.
Oh, okay.
Cloud did cast Conjure Animals though, right? So there's probably quite a few wolves around here.
No. There's quite a few enemies around here too, Ryan.
Yeah.
So eventually.
Yeah, I got you.
Eventually you don't hear the yipping of too many wolves. You just Cloud trotting over in dire wolf form. And even in his kind of canine speak, he kind of turns and looks to the east and back at you guys. And he sniffs the ground where the ogre had gone by. Michael.
All right, cool. I'd like to hey, we've rolled with this Heroes of Bryn Shander thing for a while, but that's north. Nobody cares if we become the defenders of Golden. I'm just telling you,
saviors of Golden Fields.
That will get us at bars quite a bit. We'll never have to pay for beers again at the Golden Goal. Is that not every dwarf's dream?
You hear a scream from the apple orchard.
Oh, well, maybe we
screaming gets cut off No, it sounds it actually sounds like a goblin.
Oh, okay, fuck it.
Yeah, or maybe a bugbear.
Goblin.
Maybe a high-pitched bugbear, who knows? But
My goblins.
no, it sounds like its life was ended by something in the orchard.
My goblins.
That's okay. As long
Whether it
as
was an arrow, a trap, a creature,
Yes.
what?
As long as it wasn't a human or halfling or
No.
4, whatever the fuck they have around here. You know, I'm just gonna.
And you see Warble kind of glances over and his nose kind of twitches and reminds you like he's got like.
Warble, have you ever wanted to be a giant beast?
Oh shit! Oh, that's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
Some would say I am.
You know, have you ever just wanted to unleash the inner rage on your enemies? You know, all these giants and everything that are fucking with you. You'll be known as like Beast Man, right? You know, you could like, I got this special brew I can give you, and give you a drink of it, and you'll like, whoa, I mean, you'll get fucking huge, man, like huge. You'll be taller than a giant, and just beat my chest. I'm just talking to them the whole time. We're just, you know, trucking along towards the eastern wall. What do you think about that, Warble? I mean, people.
What's his challenge ring?
Wow. How about that? You like that idea, Warble? You down with that?
Well, that's very possible.
So that's what I'm thinking. When we come here and we see the giants, I want to give you this shot of the fucking hairy buffalo stuff. And you take that, and you'll get all, you know, giant, huge, bigger than a freaking thing, just mad strength. You'll be badass. You'll be able to just sit there and just pound on giants like they ain't nothing. Legends will speak of the dwarf with the inner beast and his brew, his distilled spirit, the dwarf spirits he drank that makes him go all big and you know. He'll be a freaking hero world.
He says, "What is it? What would it be?" And he kind of not. You could tell he's always like a little bit suspicious, right? Like
Yeah.
What are you talking about, right? Like you could have to poke me with something or
No.
dance around me like some sort of goat fairy or like.
Well,
You
I
gonna
can
whack
do
me
it,
with a stick and hope that I'm gonna believe you, or you're gonna have to like.
Well, I mean, you take this shot, this hairy buffalo shot. It's potent, strong, some of the strongest stuff Bacchus has ever made. And
I'll have to drink something. Do you have it in something I can take, or do I drink it now? Or
no. Well, I mean, you can drink it now, but I suggest waiting till then to drink it. But while you're drinking it, I'm going to have to say some words, you know, do the proper supplication to Bacchus to really infuse it with the magic involved. So, I mean, I'll be drinking beverage more of to designate who it will be, and it will be you. So I'll be like, yo, as I'm casting the spell, you can just be like, go. And
So I assume we're still moving up while they're having this conversation.
Yeah. Well,
like there's nothing stopping him from like they're honestly. I don't know if they're just standing like they're just in the same general area talking, waiting for anyone to approach to. For you guys,
No.
they said we're out of initiative. There's no imminent threat, so
we're jogging.
you guys don't be waiting. Yeah, we're just this is our version
jogging.
of role playing. So,
but I'm assuming people could catch up with us if they wanted to. We're just jogging.
Yeah, you're not keeping it a secret. They're not hard to find. You know your friends are just over there.
We don't want to be winded when we get there. You know, it's a couple miles.
I was dashing until I caught up with them, but if they're slow down, I would just come up next to them.
Pardon me?
I was dashing until I caught up with them because I wasn't sure if Nicodemus was in danger, but when I see
he was
them,
only
I
like
would
80 feet away or
come up
whatever.
and start jogging next to them.
So you can hear Far Eye approaching in the clattering armor.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, look back behind me and be like, "Hey, yo, what's up? We're going east."
Yeah.
Also,
good.
Yeah. Warble says, east. It looks like that they're all headed back towards the wall when the bell started ringing. But when the bell started ringing, he shakes his head like he can't even understand the logic. He says, 2 giants climbed over and are looks like they're gathering as much. They have sacks and arms. He says, I don't even think they brought their clubs. He says, they're just gathering things. As everyone's, their companions are running past them and climbing up the wall, scampering up the wall. They're like, last I saw them, they were in the pumpkin patch. But I thought I'd head back, and
By the way,
I followed the bugbears out.
By the way, there's still a lightning storm around me because I haven't stopped concentrating on
Well,
it.
he's backed away. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
he's not approaching you. That's pretty fucking...
Yeah.
There may be more giants on the other side of the wall then, like backing them up. We may
Maybe.
really need you to go animal on them. Go beast mode. It'll be cool. But,
It would be cool. I only caught the tail end of this conversation, but yes, it will be cool.
beast mode.
Go on, Warful. You're afraid of a little alcohol?
Well, he's not afraid of it at all. He was just asking what it entailed. If he's got to drink something while you cast a spell, then yeah, he's your man.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what
He's
it
like, you
entails.
need me? He says, have somebody cast a spell.
And we'll give you a safe word. If you ever want it to end, I can just make it end whenever you want it to. Just say pancakes.
Pancake.
Yeah, you say pancakes, and I'll make it end on you. You don't have to have no worries. Trust me, right?
Huh.
I ain't lied to you yet.
Hold on, I'm trying to find something here.
So, I'm guessing silence catches up with us at some point as well.
Sure. Yeah, everybody can.
Well, the Garl was kind of just moving normal off that with his 25 feet movement, but
Oh,
he's keeping an eye up there with his bow, so he knows his bow can reach further and faster than his feet can. So that's it. That's his plan. He's covering your six as you guys are going. But he eventually, maybe a round or two after you guys stop moving, I'll get to the same location.
We get the
Challenge 2, Warvel is.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, challenge training 2, I suppose, isn't bad for a character.
Unless he leveled up with us, well, since he's joined the party, but I don't think he did.
That what?
Unless he leveled up with us, since he joined the party.
No, I'm not.
Good.
I haven't considered it, but even you guys haven't yet, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, fair enough.
All depends, because like I said, literally he's just in there. Like, he's just in the adventure. Like, there's no point or rhyme or reason to it. It's literally like, oh, if you guys want to get a whack load of money, I think that's what it's for. You could turn him in to get money. I think that's what, how do we get money? Oh, you've seen this wanted poster. I think that's what it's for, because it literally has...
Yeah, nothing else. It's just a side quest.
Yeah, he's just a guy. But no, and that's what I said. I love that you guys are because you guys are like, well, hey, instead of turning you over, you come with us a reform. We'll make an oath over ale. Well, fuck, where's that in the book?
right where we put it.
That's not anywhere in the book. So yeah, whatever. Yeah. No, I like it. I like him. I like just a dirty
he
dwarf.
he
Like,
could he could be a rhinoceros or a saber-toothed tiger.
I think
Sure.
he's a bandit captain with like the dwarf thing from the
Dwarf racial
BMG.
feature.
Yeah, yeah.
He could be a rhinoceros. He could be a saber-toothed tiger. He could be a polar bear.
Oh, and
Oh.
2+1 hand axes.
Oh, so he's only challenge rating 2?
Mm-hmm.
I can turn him into a 7th
Yeah.
level as I was planning on. I can only challenge him into. Oh well, shit. Okay. I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why? What is that?
You could turn him into a swarm of poisonous snakes.
Yeah,
And
he's
I can charm one of them.
can't do forms. Oh shit! I forgot about that.
What is that, Michael? What item or what spell? What is it? Polymorph?
Polymorph.
What?
It's polymorph.
Polymorph. I
Oh,
was going to polymorph him into
Yeah.
a great because I'm 7th level. I can, but he's not 7th level, so I can't polymorph him. Son of a bitch. That changes it. Polymorph
You could
it's a waste.
you could turn him into a hunter shark.
and then cast watery
No,
sphere.
Please.
And then cast watery sphere. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that. I'm doing that. I want to do that for a surreal type encounter for a different campaign. Like, but I always thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Have watery spheres with sharks in them.
Sharknado.
Combine both effects, so it would have kind of like a surreal, like fish swimming
Well,
in the air look, right? Like it'd be.
There's a beast listed here that I have no idea what it is. Quetzalcoatlus.
It's basically like a pterodactyl, but it's giant. It's huge. It's like 30 feet across. It's like it would be like large or huge. It's like a big pterodactyl. Quetzalcoatlus.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, huge. There you go. Yeah, it's like the largest of like the like pterodactyl type guys.
I flew on one last night.
Wow.
It's a high level campaign, and a deity came and wanted me to go where she wanted, and she provided me that monster, and it scared the
Cool.
crap out of me.
My 2.5-year-old loves dinosaurs, and he can say
Well,
Quetzalcoatlus.
If you want it,
I know.
that thing is challenge ring 2.
Still can't fucking say please or down. Still goes,
Yeah.
eh! But he can say Quetzalcoatlus, right?
Cool.
He wants down from the chair. Eh! He wants more milk. Eh!
Just saying that.
What do you say? Please.
Quetzalcoatlus is CR2, so you could summon one. You could polymorph him into one.
Crap, I was going with the giant ape, but I can't do giant ape nor. I'll do giant constrictor snake.
Wow.
That's challenge rating 2.
You want to polymorph him into a giant constrictor snake?
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be the giant ape. That's what I was trying to describe to him, but he's not 7.
No, that's.
I can polymorph myself into that, which is something I was planning on doing. Like if you had the ogre throw a goat at us instead of a hog, I would have been like, oh no, and then turn into a giant ape and just reskin it as a giant sator beast and just start smashing on them.
Well,
I mean, you could do rhinoceros, right? Rhinoceros would work.
How's rhinoceros better than giant constrictor snake?
Shit.
I don't know.
2d4 plus
I
restraint.
assume,
2d8 plus
it's quite
4.
slow. Giant constrictor thing is pretty slow, right? So we need to get way till we get closer for that. But yeah.
Giant
Oh no,
constrictor,
it's 30 feet. Never mind.
giant constrictor snake is huge. It does 2d8 plus 4 damage, and the target is restrained. Yeah, handy dandy.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's do it.
Huge, freaking huge. I'll sell them on
So
the
what
huge.
do we? So what do we see as we come up to this gate?
You guys decide to head east towards the wall. It's literally miles to the eastern wall. It's like 3 miles.
It's
Okay.
a half hour.
It in itself is a event moving there, but you can see how you guys eventually get close enough where like
How long does that take?
I'll agree with Michael. I'll say you guys are moving double fast. I'll say a half hour.
Okay, so my spirit guardians is gone then, because it's only 10-minute concentration.
Okay. As I kept on trying to say, there is no imminent threat, so we're out of combat.
Yep.
Right.
Like,
Cool.
so that's because, like I said, there's nothing around. The wall is 3
Yeah.
miles away.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
If you guys want to travel straight there,
Yeah.
As long as nothing comes up and intervenes with us on the way. I suppose I would ignore dead or dying goblin sounds, but if there's any humans or halflings that I see on my way, I will stop to ensure that they're okay and defend them.
because you guys travel through the fields, you
Hopefully there's no scarecrows. That would suck.
know, like, okay. Like I said, this walled city is massive, miles and miles and miles, right? Like you don't feel like you're in a city at all. Like you don't feel like there's walls because the walls are miles away. So as you guys enter the hayfield and go through the fields, you guys can see like the orchards, to your right, which would be south. As you guys are walking east, you can see like the orchards, and you're leaving the town behind you. Off to your left, way in the distance, in the center of the fields, you can see like the shape of the Dragon Spear Tower where Strog, the captain of the guard, and his guys are. And you could see that there is like sparks of light over there. So you can see, yeah, there is light. Like they have heard the bell. People have been alerted. You can see on the walls. You could hear as you walk away from the town square. You can hear in the distance the gonging of bells on the walls have started, and think of it like a wave at a stadium, right? You know how it comes around. That's almost how like the gong alert is, right? It seems to circle around as each pagoda that has a gong rings, each guard station, which is like seriously like a mile or two apart from one another. Like there's like I keep on wanting to say like the size. It's like 7-8 miles per side.
It's like the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
You're making your way east. You can see like as you get closer to the wall, and I'm even talking like within a mile or whatever, right? Like because the center is like where it's all field for barley and wheat. As you do begin to get closer where they do keep things like orchards and gardens and even the occasional cottage. And Michael, you can see in the distance that you are approaching that, like, you can see like the darkness of like trees rather than just continuous field. And you can see the line of, as traffic has moved east, you can see that there is like where there are dark clumps here and there, where copses of trees begin to appear as it enters that area that's more proximity to the wall, that is more orchards, and you can see that there is another longhouse which must house workers of some type, and you don't see any activity, but you can see that, like, they're there.
Let's check on these guys first and make sure they're okay. Just kind of walk by, stick our head in the door, like, everybody here okay?
Hey.
Anybody need healing?
You approach, and this is Beaver Lodge.
Beaver Lodge?
Yeah. Beaver Lodge.
Mm.
It looks
Case.
up. It looks like it's kind of locked up tight. You can, as you're approaching, Michael, although you don't see any activity outside here, and you can see like tipped over cart and scuffle area, and even blood and drag marks. It does look like that there was some fighting around here, but nothing at this moment.
I
As
still
you
want to go inside, check to see if anybody's
okay,
injured.
you approach,
Yeah.
and the door's closed.
Knock loudly.
You
Identifying
knock. You can hear like commotion inside and stuff like that, and then you hear a woman's voice. Who is it?
I'll be knocking as I'm identifying. I'll be like, "This is Nicodemus, Cleric of Bacchus. Are you okay? Do you
Okay,
need
you
any
hear-
assistance? Is there any healing needed?"
You hear like some wood against wood is like stuff's being moved, and the door opens up, and you can smell typical lodge. Like I said, it's got like Quonset style, right? Like the rounded, like take a bunch of semicircles and lay them in a row, right? Like half a cylinder, right? That's what they're shaped like. Take a cylinder, cut it in half up and down wise, lay it on its side. That's just, you enter one end, and you can smell the typical lodge, right? Like leather, wood, food, people, smoke. It smells good. Smells nice. Smells like home. And you can see that when you come in, that there is an area where some people are laid out and are slightly injured. But right at the door, she says, "Well met." And you can see that
Well met.
you've never met her, but she looks like a druid.
My cloak will billow as I bow.
And she says, she kind of looks at like your general equipment, arms and armor and stuff like that, and she kind of looks you up and down, and she says, "I think they moved on, but we've had word that there's 2 giants. Last they're seen were in the pumpkin patch."
We're on our way to take care of those creatures now. Never fear.
And she nods, and she says, "Oh, thank you." She says, once everything began, she says, "There's a skirmish on the wall, but the giants are in pillaging on their own." But she shakes her head. "They don't seem to have much method. They're just grabbing things and everything, and eating things and dropping things."
Fear not,
Never
woman.
We are the defenders of Bryn Shander. I personally slain the frost giant Queen Troopy. We have driven off frost giant raiding parties from Evershire and Azentar Keep, and also other things. We giants are our specialty. We even saved the road here from Waterdeep from a hill giant incursion.
I think these 2 are hill giants.
Fear not, woman.
They're nothing. Yeah. Oh, and here's the Goblin King right here.
We the saviors of Golden Fields are here to protect and take care of
That
this.
title.
Where's the goblin that You charmed?
It's an hour. He should still be okay. Maybe following somebody.
Oh yeah, yeah, he is. He's there. Well, I mean, he's like a goblin, so he's like kind of stealthy. He's kind of similar to Garl, right? You kind of lose track of him.
He's my servant, my subject.
Mm.
Of course, he's going to be like his king.
Sorry, I just got a message I was reading. Yeah, so
Give a bowl up here until.
the lodge here, it sounds like, the creatures came by and there's a bit of skirmish to protect, but that druid had come by to check the monsters as soon as like the alarm bells, right? She made her way. Her hut is nearby in the woods where she lives, but she says, like, as soon as the alarm came, she says, I came here to make sure that everyone would be safe. There's been some people injured, but no one here was killed. She says, she says, the goblins and hobgoblins, or the goblins, she says, anyways, were in a rush to get to the wall, but the guards have been alerted over there and there's skirmishing going on as they're trying to get over the wall. But those two giants are like, gonna making destruction, or eventually gonna make their way to, someone's gonna get hurt. But she points out where the giants are, and points out where the wall is. So it's up to you guys.
We better go take care of them before they cause that kind of trouble. Let's go.
Before we go, could I use any healing magic to ease anybody's suffering?
She says,
anybody need a shot of beer?
Shot of beer would be a pleasure, but your magic, keep to yourself.
All right.
No one's life here is in imminent threat.
I'll pour out.
And she says, how do I say it? Oh, never mind. It doesn't really matter, because it's kind of something about Cloud. Her and Cloud have a moment in a non-verbal way.
All right.
So you guys want to do, head to the wall or find the giants?
Let's go find the giants.
Aren't the giants at the wall?
No,
no.
Because let's put it this way. The guards are on the wall, like, as goblins and shit are trying to get over the wall, but the giants like came up and are into the. So they're like out of archer range.
They just came past the wall and completely ignored the guards and just kept going.
Yeah, they just are inside pillaging on their own.
Oh well, then yeah, to the giants.
Yeah.
To the giants.
Okay. It does not take long when you guys get, and you guys can see. Now I gotta set a distance. I should look that up. I should literally look that up on D&D Beyond. Bear with me, because I do have a thing about setting encounter distance. Because it's not open flat. It's not. It'd be like just outdoors or whatever. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's somewhere in the DM's guide. Dungeon Master's Guide.
I think it's in the chase section, and where it talks about terrain and such.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that area, I think, yeah. Because I mean, like, they're giants, right? You can hear them long before you see them. You guys just start heading to like the garden area, and you can hear them before you see them. And never mind, it's taking too long. So you guys just eventually, you can see, you guys kind of come out of like not forested area, but lightly. Like there is like tree, the tree kind of here and there, and you as you make your way to like the garden area. And now when I say garden, don't think of like a patch of dirt. I'm talking like you don't even know how far it goes. It could be like a mile square, right? But you could see that that there are rows and rows and rows of hillocks that are, for the most part, quite bare. And there are neat piles of just like the greens, like like potatoes were dug. The only thing still standing in the field, because it is already the harvest, I said like they go really fast. The only thing that really is in the harvest is there's stalks of corn about 10 feet tall. There is pumpkins that make your jaws drop. Some of these pumpkins are like fucking 8 feet across. Now, could you imagine what Cloud's pumpkin seeds would do here?
Oh God, yeah.
So the only thing that's still out is late things. The corn is out. There are sunflowers, and I'm talking there's acres of corn. There's acres of sunflowers. There's 8 or hectares of each, and pumpkins, and some looks like some sort of beans. And out in the pumpkin patch, you could see that feverishly picking up pumpkins and taking bites of them and pushing them into sacks. One of them's dragging a sack. The other one is like running around in the corn, and they really look like they're in a frenzy. They're picking it, they're everything. They're just the vines and everything. They're just stuffing into the sack, and you could hear like as this is all going on, because they're not quiet at all, and you can hear in the distance now, you can even hear at the walls, you can hear the shouting of men and the screaming of like the occasional goblin and stuff like that, and a roar of a ogre, and a battle ensuing in the distance at the wall beyond where you guys are at. And the sound of these two giants honestly not doing anything effective. They're basically causing more havoc than anything, as they're in a panic, trying to scoop up as much and shove things into their sack and their face hole as fast as possible.
Carl will say to Nicodemus as we're going there, and as we're seeing this, they're acting like they're starving. Maybe we can negotiate a peace, a treaty.
Garl, I'll even give you the fact that like they're not emaciated, but yeah, they aren't as bulky as usually hill giants are.
Yeah.
And I'll give you this, they're both males.
Okay. So we know that on our trip up here, that
2 hungry bulls.
The female hill giant that we ran into said that this other person was rounding up and herding up all the males because she was singing the blues that Silence was trying to put a tune to at one point for us, I think, to make it sound better than what that poor giant sounded. Silence?
Yeah, must be 2 recruits.
I remember.
Two microtonal. It's 2 microtonal. You couldn't play without a slide whistle.
So you're saying you think we can negotiate with these giants, Garl?
We may be able to. We may not have to kill them, even though it is worth 100 gold piece a head. But maybe we can get a larger reward if we can strike a peace, and there's long-term value for Golden Fields.
Yeah. Definitely. So who wants to take the lead on this?
I say, Garl will say, I say Nicodemus since I don't speak giant.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to speak giant, I have tongue prepared so I could make you give you giant speak.
Ah, why waste the magic? We got someone that does it natural.
True.
I'll
True.
hand Orville a shot glass of some of my finest with a pinch of Tabasco sauce in it.
Red
I'm
beer.
gonna
And I will
going
stride
to
forward.
I'm gonna cast bless on Nicodemus, myself, and Carl.
Oh, don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
put it
don't
on Garl. Put it on silence.
Well, just don't even do it yet.
Silent.
If you're going to do it, because she
Okay.
can use it.
Okay.
What?
And as I will stride forward, hands up, cloak billowing in the non-existent breeze, and announce loudly to the giants, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, stop, stop. I'm an emissary. I wish to negotiate peace between Golden Fields and you giants. Could you take me to your leader? I'm here to
They you get their
negotiate
attention,
the
and
hostility."
and they shout something, and Michael. To everyone else, it sounds like a roar, but anyone who understands giant like Michael, you understand two words: Mog, meaning good, and
Yeah,
another
take me to
word,
Mog.
meaning food. As they point at you and begin running towards
Good
you.
food.
Towards me?
Ah,
Away
no.
from me.
Towards you.
Oh. I'll be like,
They think you're a goat.
I don't think they're going to negotiate, fellas.
The one just drops like the pumpkin he was eating, and the other one is just running still with a half full sack, dragging behind him, tearing, and they're tromping on everything, kicking up vines, and just running.
There not be peace between our two peoples.
Yeah.
Let us roll initiative. Let's see if I can keep track.
4.
Let me roll mine. Don't tell me until I ask, please.
Oh, sorry.
Head.
That's pretty good.
Okay. What did you get there, Ryan McRyan?
I got 4.
You got a 4. That's pretty good. Giants got a 10. Who can beat a 10?
Garl,
Garl, what'd you get?
13.
You got a 13. Who could beat a 13?
Suck it, Garl. 21.
21
baby.
Nicodemus.
My priest.
Silence.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
11.
Initiative. 11? Okay. So far, it's going to go Nicodemus. Oh, shit. Garl. Right? Nicodemus. Garl. Silence, you got 11?
Yep.
What you said?
What
Yeah.
about Warble?
I know. I just want to do you guys first in my head. So I got Nicodemus, Garl, Silence, Bad Guys, and then Ryan, Far Eye.
Yeah.
So-
Far
2. Okay, now roll for Warvel. I don't think he has any bonus because he's just a dwarf bandit captain. I'm sure he's just 10. Actually, I can look. I still have him in my.
Warble got a 14.
Ooh.
Plus whatever bonus he has.
Well, yeah, because his bonuses will change if he's polymorphed. Because we could assume that he's probably. I won't make you
Yeah.
cast it now because
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna do, and I said you could hear them long before.
So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be no. I didn't. That's my first round action at 21.
Oh, okay, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, then we'll just save his roll and we'll go with whatever. But he'll still go between. Well, he'll just go after you.
Because that'll be the first thing I do is as they're approaching, obviously angry and multiplied.
Yeah.
I'll yell back at
Yeah,
myself.
they just start running towards you.
I don't think Jason, and then I'll cast, say the words or whatever and yell at Warble to take the shot, which is just fluff and flavor. And, he can drink the shot and he'll polymorph into a giant constrictor snake because he's not high enough level to do the giant ape, which is just a kind of waste of a 4th level spell. But still.
Hey, where did you?
Anyway.
He's just pretty much like only like whatever, right there near you. You see, he has his hand axes in his hands, +1 hand axes, and you cast it on him, and his body begins to elongate, and his arms shrink into his body, as you could see, like. He's like a constrictor snake, but you can see like his python pattern is very, very reminiscent of the very unique silhouette of his hand axes. Like the heads of them, right?
Cool.
The way that the interlocking pattern of the python forms, he actually has like patterns that are very reminiscent of like his hand axes crisscrossed with one another going down his back. In like silvery scales under the moonlight.
You go, Mad Eye. You get him.
One of the giants. Well, he's a python under your control. You can do him, Michael. Because he's especially if he's gonna go behind you. Because way easier than me looking all that shit up.
He's not under my control. He's an NPC, but.
Well, you do the rolls though.
All right, I'm okay with
But
that.
that's
He's got 40 feet of movement. Can he slither up to one of the giants?
easily.
And that will be a 2d1 to hit a giant as he wraps and curls
A
himself
what?
on one of them. For
21.
yeah, 21 to hit, which I'm assuming
Yeah.
will hit.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure it
wrap and
does.
lope his curls around him, squeezing him, like rah!
Yeah.
And he'll only do 13 points of damage, bludgeoning if it matters. And the kind of fall over on the side. You're like And the giant's going to be restrained. He can't move. He's going to be ineffective. He's going to have disadvantage on any attack. He's got a giant freaking constrictor snake wrapped around him, who is huge, by the way.
I know. I was just gonna say, which is like pretty epic comic book. Like this
Yep.
giant this giant snake is just.
So I don't know if hill giants are huge, are they, or are they just large?
They're huge.
They're the smallest.
No, they're large,
They're large.
Let me look here.
I believe.
Huge.
Are they huge? Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
all
they're
giant.
all-
All
They're beyond 16 feet then. Yeah. He's
all
probably
the
he's probably at that like 16, 18 foot mark.
all the giants are huge.
Okay. Well, the constrictor snake they described is 60 feet long.
Yeah, he's
So-
still huge. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking like a King Kong giant snake.
Yeah, because he's still restrained. Like I don't think. Is he? Yeah. Is he? Yeah.
It's a condition that is imposed on him by the snake hitting him with it. So that's the weevil. That's my line. He's got a snake wrapped up and restrained.
Okay, and now it goes silence. No,
Carl.
Garl, what did you get?
13.
Yeah, it's Garl.
And
You got one giant that's still running. It looks like he's gonna get Nicodemus. He doesn't seem to have a weapon.
Mhm.
And
Gar-
the other one is all tied up with the Warvel snake.
Garl will go ahead and shoot at the one that's running towards Nicodemus, and at the same time, he's going to holler at the goblin subject, "Protect my priest!" And so he's going after the, but he's shooting the. This is the first round of combat, so I get 2 attacks. Good. He'll shoot 2 arrows at this sucker.
We'll put the goblin just at the end of the round because I forgot about him.
That's that one right there. That will be an 18 with the -5.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
And the second one,
Yeah, you hit him.
the -5, that will make it a 13.
Yep.
And let's see here. Both hit?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not gonna keep it a secret. I get no thrill out of that. His AC's 13. You know,
Okay,
it's annoying
well,
to
that's
ask all the time. Yeah.
no. That,
Yeah.
all right. I'm just figuring
Sometimes.
out my dice. Oh, and I get with that. Okay, there's that. I get that, and wasn't surprised, so I didn't have advantage. So and I don't got someone close enough to him, so no sneak attack. But he gets himself. That will be 10, 12, 22, 25 points of piercing damage total.
You sink that arrow right into his big belly as he's running, and you just lose track of it. It gets lost in his flesh and rolls, and it's just gone. That arrow's
Okay.
gone. It's just gone. It just sinks into him. He's just a house charging towards you, and you just, yeah. His forward momentum along with your shot is just gone. It just sinks right in. And
Alrighty.
and then silence. Your initiative was 11, correct?
Yep.
Yep, it is your go. You can see this
boy.
one giant fighting a snake, and the other one is running towards Nicodemus. You guys are still, like, I would say, back, like, what, like 30 feet or so from behind him. Maybe more if you guys wanted, but
I'm good with 30 myself.
you guys are kind of more like where there's some trees. He kind of came out to the edge of the field, right, into like the pumpkins or whatever, the corn. Where no, maybe not corn, whatever there was. There's like a pile of like vegetation nearby, and there's stuff nearby. Anyways, what would you like to do?
I think I'll go out on a limb and do hypnotic pattern.
What's the area of effect?
Just checking.
And the range,
Hang
yeah.
on.
'Cause I don't know
Oh,
if you could get 1 or 2.
120 feet.
120 feet. What's the area of effect though? Like, do you get 1 or 2, or like what's who?
Oh, that's for range, 120 feet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but hang on.
Does it affect just one creature, or
Oh,
is it, or
wait a
is it? That's what he's trying to
Yeah.
get at.
Yeah.
create a twisting pattern of colours that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The patterns appear for a moment then vanish.
30-foot cube.
Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. So
You're gonna have to make a choice between the one running towards or the one wrestling the snake.
here's the thing: it says each creature in the area who sees the pattern. So they
Yeah.
both would see it.
Yeah, but only one's in the area. They're not 30
Okay,
feet together. They're, like I said, these guys are 20 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not walking like shoulder to shoulder by any means, right? Like one's running and the other one's fighting a snake. So they're huge. I assume that there's like more than, you know.
I'd say the one that's running towards us. Most
Okay,
definitely that one.
And he has to make what kind of save is that?
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great wisdom again. am I doing? Hey, get back here. Yeah. Something's going on.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to call lightning. at
No,
this point.
well, oh, no, he totally failed his wisdom save.
Oh, great. That means he's hypnotized and he's staring at the patterns, which should be a giant dancing, well, several giant dancing pumpkins. They're dancing the Macarena.
Okay, and I
He is-
believe that he is what, incapacitated
He's
or
incapacitated and he
Yes.
has a speed of 0.
yeah.
So he's not running anymore.
No, so he just stumbles to a halt. Not far away at all, looming over you, Michael. You just got
The
this.
spell-
There's this hypnotic pattern just beyond you with him inside of it.
The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
It's just rumbling like that.
So, I think, is it my turn? Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
He is incapacitated. The other fallow,
The one that is restrained can still attack him. He just can't move.
He's incapacitated.
No, the one
He-
that's restrained by the snake.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I got you.
he does something.
He still takes disadvantage on attack rolls. Or you can try to break free. You can try to break free too.
How big is the snake? Like for size category?
Freaking huge, man. Freaking huge.
Okay.
Yeah, huge.
Huge. Huge. In America, an executive order has went out that we now pronounce it as huge, man.
Huge.
Huge.
Huge. China. China.
China virus.
Well, it sounds like he says Gina, like vagina to me.
I know it
He
does,
says
doesn't it?
Gina. That's what it sounds
I
like.
wouldn't be surprised if he thought that's what it was
Well,
called.
I'm just saying that's what it sounds like. It sounds like when people in Americans, when I say Regina, right? Our provincial
Re-
capital. Americans always
Regina?
laugh. Regina, yeah. Okay. Okay. A 19, even with like that's disadvantage because I rolled a 19 and 27.
Yeah, that hit most things.
Okay. Oh, I didn't make this easy on myself here, but that's how it goes.
Sure.
What the heck is his strength again?
I want to say 19.
Yeah, I almost think you're right.
That's what it was in first edition. Ogres had 1800, Hill Giants had 19, Stone Giants had 20, Rock Giants 21, Giants 22, Cloud 23, Storm 24, Titans 25.
Oh, it says here 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The snake takes 11 points of damage. Like he's just barehanding it, like twisting it, squeezing it, and punching it, and slapping it. It takes 11 points of damage.
All right.
It's in like he's like Yeah, he's like using his bare hands with it. Just. Oh wait, and that was the first attack only.
Yeah, he gets 2.
For his, and I'm giving him disadvantage. So. Ooh. 15 hits.
Still hit.
And he's lucky because it was a natural 20.
Not going to be
So-
many misses on this.
15 more damage. So a total of 26.
Yep.
He takes that round from that giant. Is it epic comic book battle? A giant and a giant python fighting in the moonlight in a pumpkin field with the corn stalks behind them as a backdrop. And
Go, Mad Eye, go. Go.
now Far Eye.
I'm gonna move up. Can I get to the giant that's in battle with the snake?
Yes.
Okay,
You just have
I'm
to
gonna move up.
triangulate. But yes.
All right, I'm gonna go over there and hit him with my warhammer.
You have
Okay.
advantage. He's
You have
restrained.
advantage because he's restrained.
And I'm blessed though.
And you're blessed.
Over 20, so I
Yeah, you
hit.
hit. You hit AC 13, so
And I rolled a 1 on my d8, so 3 damage.
you hit him, and his legs are like hard as tree trunks. Literally, like his, like, you know, the bottoms of your feet are calloused. He's calloused like up to his knees from walking through bush
Yeah.
and gravel. He's a giant, right? He's calloused, like he's literally covered in, like, you know, tree bark, like calluses up to his knees from a lifetime of trudging through everything.
At this, I wish I was an evocation wizard so that I could cast Call Lightning without hurting anyone.
Michael, would you like to shoot for your goblin?
Hell yeah. I would not mind to shoot for my goblin.
Okay, this is the one thing I'm going to make it interesting, okay?
Okay.
He knows he's supposed to attack the giants, but he doesn't really know which one. Can we do that?
Yeah, because there's one with hypnotic passion.
Yeah,
so-
he doesn't know, you know,
Yeah.
arcane
I'm
magic.
going to roll a D2. A 1 with the hypnotic pattern will be he'll shoot at that. The 2 will be the.
If you wanted to make it, you could use bigger dice, go odd even or something.
Uh-huh.
If you wanted to make it like more.
I'll go with a D20. Odd. Rainbow pattern. Even.
Odd as rainbow.
Odd rainbow. And that's a 1. That's an odd. That's the rainbow.
That could be more perfect, of course.
He
Now you
might
can
not
roll an attack
hit.
roll.
Yep, he has advantage.
He's only incapacitated.
No, I mean he'll hide and jump out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
And that is a 17 plus what are goblins? Plus the 17 will hit, right?
Oh yeah.
He
He's
is
at AC 13.
plus 4? I should look that up.
I think it is +4 for a goblin. I really do, because it's +2 dex, +2 proficiency. So I would say.
Are
And
they
they're
on-
incapacitated, right? Does that mean they auto crit? Or is that
No.
Okay. So that's 8 points of damage.
Okay. He hits him, and you hear him like kind of give like a yay, but then you see like the giant has to make a save, right? Or is
No,
he just broken?
I think it's just broken.
Yeah,
I don't
if
want
you
to
attack for hypnotic pattern, it's broken. The
Oh.
spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, so it's broken.
technically it's still there, but because Catherine also
Yeah.
concentrating on it, but
Yeah. So the dancing pumpkins are there, but you see an arrow come in, twing, and you hear like the goblin kind of like, "Yay!" Like I hit him. And then you see like its eyes kind of stop focusing on the pumpkins dancing around it, and it looks back at you guys. You could see that its situation has its attention is
Hello,
back on
bird.
you guys. But and the goblin's looking at you guys. If you guys get clenched, the goblin, he's like, "Hey, good job, eh? I hit. Did you see how I hit him? Like his look on his face, eh? Like anticipation of praise."
You go, Goblin. You go, Gobby.
you think we'll keep this guy around later?
You go, Gobby. You the man.
I know. I think that makes sense. I don't think the goblin would know.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He'd just shoot at one of them. And maybe he'd choose that one, even there'd be a reason because the snakes take too much.
Well, he might even be closer lit up or whatever. He's kind of in this watery kind of light, pumpkins, like a projector is on him. Yeah, anyways, that's cool. So yeah, the giant is like now like aware of his surroundings once again, and it is back to the top of the round. Nicodemus.
All right. I am going to rush up to the giant held by Mad Eye.
Yep.
And I am going to stick my hand in my ale and start going, Kalimar, Kalimar, and touch him on his heart, trying to do that inflict wounds thing again.
Okay.
And it will be
You get
a
advantage.
17 to hit him.
Oh yeah.
For 3d10. I'm only doing it first level. Total of 13 points of necrotic damage. Probably not enough to rip his heart out.
Not enough, but it does wither his flesh on his leg where he staggers.
Yep, and that's my turn.
And after you, it goes Warvel. So
Warble, since I'm assuming, I'm looking at it, and if he's holding him in restraint, can he use the constrict attack action
Yes.
against him?
I believe he can.
So he doesn't have to bite? But if he misses, will he be unrestrained?
No,
I mean,
no, because the giant still has to like break it.
okay.
I think. I believe so.
So you can just like do extra, like attempt to squeeze harder, to do more damage.
I would say so because it says until you like get out of it or whatever. That's how I'm gonna do it anyways. Like if he could roll to do more damage, it's like an attack roll, right? They're fighting like basically grappled.
Yeah.
So
All right.
he's not restrained. He can attack normally. They're just not moving.
Yeah.
No one's moving. The giant is restrained.
That'll be
But just
he's what's the hit plus 6? That would be a
like,
total.
plus he would get advantage too, right?
He does. That would be a total of 14.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll hit?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What did I do? Clear. That would be 10 points of bludgeoning damage this time.
Okay. You can see like you can hear it in like kind of like the giant's grunts and bellows that it's being constrained. Like you can hear it. And after Warvel goes Garl.
And Garl will go ahead and shoot the giant that
The normal one? Or
yeah
or the one fighting the snake?
the one that he shot is kind of paused and dazed.
Yeah, that's yeah. That's the
And
one not fighting the snake.
yeah, and then there's the one that's fighting the snake, and I'm trying not to meta this. Let's see here. He's going to shoot the one with the snake because with the rationale that the one that's just standing there is not a threat to his priest anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to, and the one fighting with the snake is closer to his priest. So
Yeah.
he's going to shoot at that one.
With advantage because he's restrained.
Yep. And, oh, shite. Critical miss.
Ay.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay, cool. All right, that will be a 13 then.
That just hits. Just.
And
That just penetrates his flesh.
yeah. And let's see here. 2d6 for that. D6 for that. So I'll check. It don't matter. Oh, sucky. That's 5, 15, and 3, 18 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Another
And-
arrow sinks into that guy now because you shot one at the other guy, one at this guy.
Yeah,
And he's
Garl's
still.
Garl's going to do his usual battle cry to the goblin. Protect my priest! Don't let that sucker get him!
Okay. After Garl, it goes. Silence.
Hello.
One guy was in your spell, but he is
Yeah.
now. So, and then there's one guy still battling the snake, but they're both pretty much equal distance. They're just triangle. You kind of.
I'm just checking something. Hang on. How far away are they again?
I don't know, like what, 30 feet?
Okay, that works. I'm going to use Shatter. That has a range of 60 feet.
Okay, on which one? The snake one or the... And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure him and the snake are literally coiled up with one another, so I'm not sure you could get one without the other.
Thank
Yes, I'll
you.
go for the one that's not with the snake. Because I
Okay,
don't want to hit a friend.
okay. Okay, so the one that was hypnotized, what does he have
Yes,
to
so
roll?
it's a Constitution saving throw.
I have to roll a what? Sorry?
You have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution savings throw.
Yep.
Okay,
I know, I'll let her know.
honestly, I'm just checking. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Michael.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was referring. Oh, something else. Just continue.
As far as I can tell, there's no bonus or I mean, like no proficiency. You're not proficient. Oh, he makes it. So
Okay,
he
shame, but
succeeded on
there's
a save.
half as much damage on a successful roll. Okay, so on a normal roll, it's 3d8 thunder damage. I'll just roll that. Okay, 2 6s and a 7. Half that.
2 6s and a 7. Wow.
Yeah, then
That's
half
19.
it.
19
Okay, half
divided by
19.
2 is What do you call it? 8. No, 9. 10. 9.
Around there, yeah. 9.5.
They always round down. So unless otherwise. So
9 then.
yeah, 9. And you hear like this loud like crack go off like kind of above your head. So I'm assuming you do it up high near his face or his head, right? And he totally like blinks with bewilderment and everything. Now it's the one fighting Snaky. He is going to peel him off. Oh, and he uses his action, and he is not. He's wrestling. He rolled a 2 on the dice.
DC 16.
Yeah. He can't do that, but with a 2, there's no way he's a plus 14. I'm not even looking.
He's not.
He's a hill giant. There's no way.
No way.
No. Epic battle, though. Epic. It just, like you said, he's kind of peels the snake around what kind of thinks he's got him. Another coil slips around under here, and it's kind of like a toddler with a fistful of earthworms in the rain, right? Like they're just squeezing out his fingers. It's just, so he tries to escape, and he cannot. The other guy is broken from his hypnosis.
Yeah.
The goblin and Garl are kind of out of sight, out of mind. The snake is fighting with the other giant. So that leaves Silence, Nicodemus, and Far Eye.
Yeah, I just moved up to his friend, so.
Regardless,
Yeah.
I want all 3 of you to roll me just a basic d20. Low is bad. I want to see who he chooses. So 3 of you roll me a big unmodified 20. A 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
6.
Oh, he eyes you up, Silence.
11.
And he sees Far Eye, and when Far Eye kind of clatters by, or whatever, he kind of... He runs with his arms up, and Ryan, you're thinking like, oh, good thing he doesn't have a club. And he's running at you like a locomotive, and you're like, was he ever going to stop? And then it all seems to go into slow motion as this giant's arms reach over his head, and his feet actually leave the ground. And in a surprisingly high arc, his whole body lifts up, spread out. And picture like he even eclipses the silvery moon ahead over top.
Me?
Yes. And he comes down in a massive belly flop.
Shit.
Where did you
Oh
roll
my. Oh my.
He rolls a 24 for an attack roll.
Okay.
My. Oh my.
Where is it?
Far Eye, you got some flour?
Where is that now? I gotta find the damage. Squash. $24 points of damage. You're prone and grappled underneath this giant in like the soft, like relatively, thankfully, the relatively soft soil. of the garden.
It's going to have an indent.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. That you're like prone and medium. Yeah, you're grappled and prone, and there's an escape DC.
Okay.
And the giant also is prone, you guys.
Okay.
Just to let you know. Now it's your go.
Okay.
Actually,
It's my go.
you're
Okay.
you find yourself just like you're kind of in disbelief at first, and then you your kind of consciousness catches up to reality, and you're like, holy shit, I'm pinned under this thing.
Okay, so not gonna lie, I'm gonna do something really risky and insane here. I'm gonna cast Call Lightning
Ooh.
at 4th level.
Would you read the spell? Is it a spot that you have to see? Because I kind of don't know
Yes.
if well, actually, do it. Screw that, because it doesn't say you're blinded, so you can. It doesn't say you're blinded. It says literally says that you're prone and you're grappled.
So
Yeah.
I don't see a way that I can do this without also hitting myself. So I want to hit a point where I can hit myself, both giants, and I guess Warble as well, because I assume he's still in that area.
What's the radius of the spell or area of
The
effect?
radius of the
Strike?
lightning strike is a 5 foot radius.
5 foot thing,
Yeah.
and then okay, you're just casting it right now. You mean?
Yeah. And when you cast it, you get 1 use of it.
Okay. Well, which one are you gonna get? Like, what is it? Like the area of effect? Like, what does it affect when it hits? Like you said, in between. So
Each creature within 5 feet of a point that I choose.
Okay. Well, they're farther than 5 feet apart. Like I said, they're like 30
Okay.
feet apart. They're giants. They're 20 feet tall. They're not
Well, yeah,
shoulder
but
to
he just
shoulder.
moved. But he
Oh,
just moved over to me
oh! I see what you mean.
and
Yes,
bells for me.
you're right. You are right. You can call it. I'm so sorry. I haven't lost placement in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
will get
it's any
4 of you.
consolation.
That's gonna get 4 of you.
Yeah.
The 2 giants, Warvel, and you.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck this. Let's do it. Level 4, and I'm using my Tower Divinity. So, saving throw against my spell DC.
Wait.
Which is 14. Dex save. Okay, I fail my save again. Oh no, I get a yeah. I fail my save against my own Call Lightning.
The 2 giants failed. Warvel made it.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of us take 40 lightning damage, and I'm unconscious.
40?
40. Yeah.
That Warvel takes 20.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that puts him. I don't know what he has as a snake for hit points. Look it up. I gotta go for a bio. Sorry, guys. Well, I'll be right back.
Okay. So you're unconscious beneath a giant.
Yeah.
We're going to need a lot of levers to move that giant off you.
I just need a nap. And
Hey,
my fourth level spell slot back.
if this works, it's gonna be awesome. But
Someone have mold earth?
I do
I
not.
think I've got a set of killed at least one of those giants with 40 lightning damage.
Pretty sure.
Now, did I lose something? Did you injure Mad Eye?
Yep.
How much damage?
Yeah, he's the only one that passive save out of the four of us, so he took 20.
Okay, so he's taking 46 points of damage. He's still Snake. Still Snake.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Roland wasn't sure of, and was asking us to check out.
I'm sorry, I had that stepped away for a second.
Yeah, that was what Roland wasn't sure of, and he was asking us to check out on the on how that was going to apply to Mad Eye.
He's got 60 hit points in Snake form. He's taking 46 hit points of damage so far. When he's out of hit points, he converts back to Mad Eye.
Yep. But no, he didn't know how many that the snake had. That's all. That's why he was asking that aspect.
He's got an AC of 11. Doesn't get missed often.
Yeah, not too often, is he?
Mm-mm. AC 11. Neither does the giant ape either. It has. He's still Snake. Snake. See, the giant snake is disappointing compared to the great ape.
I don't know. I think he's doing
I think
okay.
he's done well.
Oh, yeah, he's still
Yeah.
doing well, but he's not doing as well as he would.
Okay, and as I said, my girlfriend, I'm kind of staying put because of the way the things are.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I said that. I said, what a time to be alive. I said, if I didn't have a girlfriend and a kid now, no fucking problem. I could hang out in my room for months. I'm not even exaggerating. I love being alone. But now, the odd thing is, if you want to talk about exposure or whatever, threat of exposure, it's them. Because she works at a bank.
Yeah.
You know,
Money's.
and- yeah, well, just people, right? Stupid, just people. Just people. And the sad thing is, the bank is like, oh, we got to stay open for our customers. And do you know who they're talking about? The old people. When the old people are actually the ones who are smart enough to stay home and scared enough, right? Do you know what I mean? Like they're scared and smart. They're at home.
Yeah.
They're like, well, they're not still coming to the bank. They're not. So it's like, just close the bank. There's ATMs. There's online banking. There's like all this shit. Like what? Like just, wow. It's weird. But anyways. And I'm not even saying, and the thing is Michael, I just want to say, it's not even that I'm an overreactor. I just think it was started wrong because I agree with you 100%. I honestly thought as soon as the first case in the States, because And I say that because Canada follows so closely what America does.
They're just a big
because-
northern state.
Right. Because, in fact, like I think I said this before, we have a very hard time doing anything on our own. We have to kind of wait for you guys to do it before we can kind of make an advance. Not always, but it
Would
just
like to go back.
because there's no point in us doing it if you guys aren't doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't like post 9/11, like, just stop at the border. How you doing? Fine, cool. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Keep it completely open.
Because, like, I mean, like, honestly, there's no point in us shutting down our border if you guys aren't shutting down yours, right?
Yeah.
There just isn't. There's just no fucking point in it. So, like, but as soon as the first case in North America, I honestly thought that's what they're going to do, is that they're going to have health recommendations that all the people who were high risk, elderly, asthma, chemotherapy, dialysis, all this shit, those people were going to have to stay put, and they're going to try to find a way to pay those people for not going to work and paying their bills and making sure that they're all yada, 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 yada. And then everyone else was going to get, like, basic health precautions, right? Treat it like a flu, and this could be it.
Wash your hands, people.
And,
Everybody
wash
else-
your hands, and, But they kind of did nothing until they kind of went too far already, right? It just went weird. Things went weird. Things slid so sideways. Like, the whole wagon went off the road somehow. They didn't do what I expected, which was that, right? Isolate the people at risk, and everybody else, wash your fucking hands, right? Don't cough in each other's faces. But even if you're not feeling well, stay home, right? But anyways. Back on to, we have him belly flopped. You cast your lightning spell. The one giant, or actually both giants failed. Warvel made it. Neither of the giants look
healthy.
Yeah, like
Vibrant.
super duper healthy. Yeah, but they're giants. They haven't slowed down at all, but you can tell that they're for a fourth
Ready
edition
to
term,
surrender?
they're at least bloodied, right?
Ready to surrender?
Okay, Mr. Ryan, that was your go. Underneath, you cast your spell,
Yeah, that
Bazad.
was my turn.
Someone could take a shot. Michael, you take a shot for your goblin.
You guys better
Michael,
kill
take a
these
shot.
things now.
I hate the fact for that the one prone you have disadvantage, and yet he's like
Okay.
hitting a garden shed.
Yeah,
But
I
he's
feel you.
But
on
he's
that.
prone, so he's.
He jumped behind a pumpkin, did the hide
Oh, yeah.
thing, jumped out, shot the one being wrestled by the. Oh God, he would have hit the other one, right? So that would have equaled out. Let me roll another d20. That prone would have equaled because he would have shot the same one, the one that's prone.
Yeah.
So that would be a 8 total. So he missed.
Yeah, he misses that time. Bing! You hear like the arrow shot somewhere fly through the air. But now it's back to the top of the round, Garl. No, sorry, I'm so used to Garl. Nicodemus.
Yeah, I know, me too. I want to step back 5 feet from the one I had touched earlier that's being grappled by Norval.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fuck that, no. I'll still stay where I am. I'll touch him again. Kalimar! Kalimar!
Okay.
And he's still restrained, so that'll be a total of 18 to hit him.
That hits him.
13 points in necrotic damage.
Okay, more. You can see his leg withers. That leg kind of shrivels up. He actually collapses down to one knee. Just for descriptive purposes, still fighting the snake. With the satyr kind of dancing around him with this frothing jug.
And that will be it for me. And then Warvel, on his turn, will attempt to constrict again. And that will be a 22. And he'll do 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that's me and Warble and then the goblin that 3 in a row. I'm done.
Okay. Now it's Garl.
Garl will go ahead and the one that's down that was with Mad Eye is still alive, right?
Yep, barely. It looks like they're wrestling, but he does not look good at all.
Garl's going to shoot
you
it.
can see that the python is like wrapped around his neck, and the giant's face is turned like a ghastly color of like a weird greenish purple. If that's
Garl's going to
possible.
shoot.
I'm
Garl's going to shoot at him.
All right.
You
have advantage because he's still restrained. Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's scorched. He's smoking. Where there's like a storm has appeared over them too. So this is like totally like a Molly Hatchet album cover, right?
It's gone. Well, it's gone now because it's concentration.
In fact, I'll make that the album cover of my first album. There's like a giant pumpkin patch with a lightning storm above it, with like a giant wrestling constrictor snake.
Are those normal pumpkins or are
14 hit
those
it?
pumpkins dancing the Macarena?
Yeah, yeah, and there's pumpkins also like all surreal floating in the air. And then as an Easter egg, there'll be a shark in a watery sphere.
14 hits it, right?
Oh yeah, a melting clock.
All right, that's 10, 26 points of damage.
Yep. That was snake one?
Yep.
He's just, you can see like the snake is totally getting the upper hand. Like it's not long. It's like it's not long. No.
And then after Garl shoots, he'll holler at his subject, "Back off this way! Don't hurt yourself!"
Okay, he will.
And that's all Garl's gonna do.
Silence.
Mm-hmm.
You can see one has a belly flop down on the ground. Farai has disappeared underneath it. And then there's one still battling the snake. What would you like to do?
I'll do shatter again.
Okay, the one on the ground still? Actually, do it. They're close enough. Oh, you'll get allies unless you do it far.
You're gonna hit me.
Well, not necessarily, because I was just gonna say.
I'd argue that you're cushioned by the giant.
No, well,
No,
and this is the thing that I would say. You could either get one giant or get everybody. Do you know what I mean? If you wanted to get both giants, you would get Warville and you would get Farai.
Wait, you gotta kill these giants.
Or if you just take one giant, you can do just one giant safely because he's like 20 feet long laid out. You could do like where his feet are, right? Catch his feet in the radius off to the side or whatever.
I'll do the one giant.
Okay, I will roll a Constitution for him. Where is it? Ooh, he made it again. Very good on his Constitution savings throw. So roll your damage.
Okay, 3d8. A 4, a 5, and a 3.
9, 12, another 6 damage of thunder damage to that guy. Neither one of these guys is looking very good at all. One guy on Farai, you blasted his feet. He starts kicking his feet and pounding his fists. And he's prone, he gets disadvantage. You're prone, he gets advantage. It's going to be a normal attack roll as he begins kicking and punching the ground. And
He's attacking me.
yes, but technically, he misses you. You're still grappled, but he doesn't do any actual damage to you. He just drives you kind of into the ground.
I'm unconscious though.
No,
Wouldn't he automatically hit?
no, not the way that the mechanic is. You're still grappled. He has to make an attack roll.
He could just put me in a chokehold and start choking me out.
He is on his belly. He's 20 feet tall.
Oh,
You're
okay.
under him,
Yeah, fair
right?
enough. All right.
He,
Yeah.
the way the mechanic goes is it's a +8 to attack,
Yeah, fair enough.
right? Technically, he's prone, you're prone. Disadvantage, advantage. I made an
Alright.
attack roll, I missed. He's just,
All right,
but
I
you're
got
still
you.
grappled. It says you're grappled until you escape or he stands up. You did, neither has happened. You're still just pinned under him, and he wails, and you realize he's actually kind of beginning to wail is turning into like a sob. And the other guy with the snake, he's gonna try to break free because he's not.
Are these giant children?
No, but I'm not saying that your intuition is wrong. That still is how you feel.
Well,
So-
Farah doesn't feel anything right now. She's unconscious.
Are you actually unconscious?
Yeah.
okay.
I took 40 damage and only had 20. I took 40 damage and only had 27
okay.
HP left.
Okay. Then let me back that up then. Because if you're unconscious,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you take 1 death save.
Yep.
Failure, right?
Yep. I got you.
That's what it will. That's
That's what I was trying to say because I'm unconscious, so he would just get ahead of me, wouldn't he?
I'll only give you 1, not the 2 for an
Yeah.
attack roll, because of soft soil and it was technically a miss and stuff. Okay, so it's just
Yep.
it just because you're. Anyways,
Yeah.
what was I looking at now? Oh, the guy's athletics. I don't think he has. Hey. No. No athletics, just strength. So he's gonna break the grapple of the snake. Nah. Fuck. You can roll, but I rolled a 9 in total for a grapple to break away from the snake. Or is it automatic, or is it a DC, Michael?
D16.
Yeah, he can't break out of the snake. He's just trying. And he's kind of sobbing, beginning to sob too. Like, you could tell like their rage is turning, it has turned into fear at this point. You've noticed it. Now, Farai, make your death save
Okay.
this round.
Natural 20.
You wake up as you feel like you kind of remember. It's like you remember where you are and remember who you are. You just suddenly kind of, whoa, shit! I should get out from under here, right, or whatever. Yeah. So that happens. That happens at the beginning. I've checked that online. Like with Sage of Ice, that happens at the beginning.
Yeah,
Death saves are at the beginning.
turn.
So you still get your turn at 1 hit point. You have 1 hit point. You're prone. You're grappled, technically.
You're under the body of a giant.
Yeah.
Break out your flower to find your path
Yeah.
out.
But the giant is still conscious. He's still fighting, right?
Yeah, he's still conscious. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians again.
Fucking A, why not, right?
Okay.
I might say that you only can alleviate people you can see.
Well,
I know, but
can-
like I said, Michael, technically
It's
there's
still-
no blind condition, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say he is because
I'm able to see Warbles. I'm able to see Warbles, so I choose not
Yeah.
to include him in the Spirit Guardians.
like I literally it literally says you're prone, you're grappled until
So,
yeah. It doesn't say you're blinded and suffocating or constantly take damage or nothing. There's just no. It's just
so the
it's
Giants
basically
need
like
to
a
make
massive attack roll. Yeah.
The Giants needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. As does
He failed.
Warble. All right.
Whoa,
You're gonna get both giants?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't.
15 feet radius.
Wait, yes, you can. Yeah,
Oh.
you can actually. You
Yeah,
can
it's
actually.
15-foot radius.
Yeah, you actually can.
So that's 12 points of
They both failed.
radiant damage.
Okay.
And
You feel the stirring stop on top of you, lying there motionless.
can
The
I
heavy
use my
weight.
movement? Can I use half my movement to stand up? Now then.
No, I'll say you still got to break the grapple, but I'll give you advantage because he's just.
Would that be an action, or will you let me try and do that now?
No, I think that would be an action
Okay.
because it is. But I would give you advantage next time because he's not like, alive.
How would he roll against me though if he's dead?
Because he's still like 20 feet tall and massive, and you're pressed into the ground. You're pinned under him. I don't know.
You
what to
got
say.
you got a lot of weight. Have a cow fall on you.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Next.
Yeah, and a
Next
cow is
turn,
like
next
huge.
turn then, guys.
Um,
So Spirit Guardians is still up, so maybe I'll kill the other guy as well while I'm still lying here.
the goblin gets to go at the end of the round.
Goblin's going to do the same thing. Does he notice that giant is dead?
I would assume so. He knows what dead things are.
Okay, so
He's a goblin.
He'll shoot.
He
at
sees
the
dead
battle.
people. Don't worry.
Yeah, and he would get advantage because the guy's restrained. So
That's 16 to hit
that hits.
hit that guy, and he'll do 7 points of piercing damage. Nah!
Okay.
Does the goblin
This-
get to describe how he killed the fucking giant? Goblin giant slayer. Gobbo the giant
Barely.
slayer.
Barely. Not even. No, he's still alive, but just he has nothing in him. He's out of gas. The giant is out of gas.
Okay. No Gobby the giant slayer.
Oh,
Close, huh?
yeah.
Alright. Well, then
So that's
on his turn is just going to draw his sword again and plow it down into the head of the giant.
okay.
Oh, that's only a that's only a 9 to hit.
That was with advantage.
With advantage. Sad.
You are blessed.
Oh, D4. Yeah,
I
D4.
know you're not.
13.
Oh, no, you're not. Sorry, you're not. I
Well-
forgot. He fell unconscious.
And
Yeah,
Spirit Guardian.
and I also
And he cast. Yeah.
Call
I totally,
it.
yeah. Sorry for doing that, Michael. Didn't mean to get you excited.
And I just hit it into the skull, and it doesn't really pierce or anything.
No, yeah, it's just tank. You actually hear like a tink. Oh, you see some bizarre lice in there too, and you're that close. And my Yeah.
Now it's a giant snake. Oh, there we go. He's still got advantage. Let me try again. No, he's only going to get a 24 to hit the thing. 4.
You see that the
Bludgeoning
life slowly squeezes out of this thing.
I would like Mad Eye to try to swallow it as a giant constrictor snake.
Oh, can he swallow something his own size? Or it'd have to be
Oh,
large.
can a snake swallow something their own size?
No, I mean like I'm just kind of like
No.
because
not happy.
mostly they like even if you look at a
I-
great worm, there's like a limit to the size, right? It could swallow. So I just don't know if like
Also, I don't want to know what happens when Mad Eye turns back with the giant
oh
He's be really full.
to his mouth.
He'll be really full.
he'll just burp.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can hack off a leg.
These two giants are still and are dead. Far Eye is. You guys can hear her muffled.
Can someone help me get this fucking giant off me?
Mad Eye, come over. Mad Eye will slither over and wrap around his dead body and kind of move it around because he's strong. He's huge. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. If he could like.
Well, I mean, his strength isn't like I mean, he's 19, which is strong.
It's his size though has everything to do with it because it has to do every time your size category increases, your carrying capacity doubles.
Yeah.
So
he's freaking huge, so he can carry a lot.
yeah, his carrying capacity is 8 times whatever his normal strength would be.
But Garl will tell his
Or
subject.
sorry, 4.
Garl will tell his subject, "You obey your king. Go and dig out and free that injured body."
Oh, he'll certainly
Under.
go help. He'll certainly go help. He'll put his bow away, grab his shield, and Far Eye, the goblin, you can see kind of comes walking up to you, putting his shield away or putting his bow away on his back, and you're like, is he gonna like draw a sword and cut my head off? But he like pulls out his shield and he like drops to his knees. He starts digging and helping. So whenever you want to break out, you can have like advantage.
Yeah.
Easily. And you'll eventually,
Okay.
whether
Sure.
if on your go or someone pulls you out. But if you want to do it now, you can.
Well, with
Escape
advantage, I got a 7. With advantage, I got a 7.
And that's like either one, like a strength athletics or a dexterity acrobatics.
Either way, it's +2.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Actually,
stuck.
no, it'd be +3.
The plate armor actually
for
the plate armor actually doesn't help. Your body
It's
didn't get
pretty-
crushed, but you're pinned inside your own armor almost, right?
yeah, it's mithril, but it's still heavy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're pinned inside of it. It's
Yeah.
full, right? Like the armor is pinned underneath, and you're inside the armor.
All right.
So it's
6 seconds later, another try.
you guys can still hear like the din of
Yeah.
like
Natural
Of, like,
20, so
men and shit yelling on the walls. Okay, yeah, you eventually get out. Like the
Yeah.
goblin will help you. Whoever else might wanna.
Oh, yeah. In that case, Mad Eye, let's go
I-
help him out over at the wall. Can I climb on the back of Mad Eye with an array on my giant snake towards the wall?
Yeah, I judo flip the giant over my head, and then get off.
Garl will walk up to on the back of the giant and pull one of his arrows free, trying to collect them, recollect them, and he's going to take a pose and say to the goblin there, "Garl, your king, giant slayer, go protect my priest."
Okay, he straps on his shield onto his arm once.
I would say, Let me see if I've got something to cut off these heads with. The biggest thing I've got to cut off these heads with is a dagger, so probably not. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go get a bath.
These heads need to come off? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, silence. What do you have for a blade?
A
A rapier
rapier.
and a dagger, and I don't think they're big enough.
Ah,
Let's see.
here. Use one of
Could
my short swords, and I'll
Could
use
I-
a short sword, and we'll start at one end.
Rowan, could I target shatter in such a way that I could shatter the bone below his head and do it that way?
You could, but you hear the din of continuing battle at the walls.
Oh, yeah. In that case, I think we should probably head back there and yeah. But we can come back for these later. Maybe leave your subject to guard the bodies so no one else takes our booty.
That's 200 gold laying there.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go help. If you want to stay here, then yeah, I guess. I'm gonna go on the wall, see if I can help. And as I'm heading here, I'm gonna do a third level healing word on myself.
Okay. I'm not sure what you guys want to do. This is a game talk. Like if you guys want to stop, continue.
It's a good spot to stop
Yeah,
Okay.
because it has to be getting late for Kate.
pretty
Yeah,
late. Yeah.
well, that's I'm thinking. Yeah, like those two. Like, I mean, I'm getting summoned to go have some vittles, but other than that, I'm kind of free. But I can end too, because yeah, that is a spot. But you guys hear the din of battle. In fact, let me end it with this. You guys are just discussing what to do when you guys hear like a screeching whistle high in the sky and thump in the ground in the garden. Something lands and you guys look and it's a goblin in a spiked helmet that's splatted on the ground coming from
Not
the eastern
again.
walls. And you hear the din of battle at the walls. Men's voices, shouts, the occasional clang of armor. And anyone want to go towards the walls and check it out, or
Yeah, I'm heading towards the walls with my 10 hit points left from
Okay.
my healing.
Find my giant snake.
you guys kind of stumble out and you guys can see like the height, like where the ground is beaten down, where yeah, like the goblins have converged and you know they chomp through the gardens and stuff like that, and they converge to a point at the wall where you could see like this wall is only like it's higher up inside it. The wall's 60 feet outside, 20 feet inside, but you could see where it's eroded enough that you can tell that they climbed up and over the wall here. But around this area, you could see the occasional, there's a dead ogre, there's like actually a couple dead ogres, some dead goblins, some dead bugbears. Maybe when you guys first come out of the woods, some arrows kind of come at you guys. I'm not going to worry about actually shooting at you because you guys are like, whoa! And there are guards on top of the walls who are like in battle mode. It looks like that they've been like not only trying to take, like they've been battling the goblins, bugbears, and ogres that have been climbing back over the wall. It seems that they are also fending the city from something outside the wall.
Oh, okay.
And Garl will stay there and finish cutting the head off with a short sword of the one.
Mhm.
And he's going, do these giants have hair?
Yeah.
He is it long hair?
Yes, very long, ruly, matted.
Okay.
It's just matted as felt. Like it's like a fabric. It's just
Okay.
not even
After Garl has the head cut off,
full of ticks and lice.
He'll take and twist it, and then he's going to slip it up underneath his belt and tie it to his belt, and then he's very slowly going to be walking towards the tower, dragging this giant's head that's as big as he is.
Yeah, I would say it's probably going to be about 4 feet across.
Yep.
The guards, once they kind of recognize, they shout down, "Ahoy! Ahoy!" I don't know, whatever.
Who goes there?
Pretty much. And they're like, once they realize who you are, they're like, well, they can shout down. It's easy. It's only 20 feet, so they can like shout up and down. But if you have any questions or anything, but you can see that like they're behind the battlements, and they're like, you can see that there's activity up top. It looks like that. I don't know. It looks like there could be anywhere from like 20 to 30 guys in this area right now, right? Like, don't forget, it's only seconds, really, minutes.
Mad Eye has a quiet speed as a snake. He just slipped up the wall.
Do you warn them? They look very frightened.
Yeah, it's good. He's with me.
You can see guys are gonna take aim, and
I'll be like riding him. I'll be like, it's okay.
oh, you're riding him? Oh, okay, because they've seen that type of stuff before. Then
Okay.
there's lots of druidic type stuff and animal shaping.
So they've seen a satyr riding a giant snake.
No, but they've seen like giant, probably like giant animals and stuff, and if they're like accompanied by like someone humanoid, whatever. Yeah.
I mean,
Michael.
Heck, they might have seen satyrs before because Cloud can summon them.
Exactly,
So.
and even satyrs, right? So Michael, to answer your question, yeah, they probably have.
Okay.
At least some of them. It's not an unusual concept. Not an unusual concept, right? It's been a long time since I've seen like a woman riding a Kawasaki, but if I did, I wouldn't be surprised.
Fair enough.
You come up the wall and like you're like holding on tight to Warville, but Warville could very easily like climb up the get a grip somehow. However, you come up the wall. Like I said, the wall's 20 feet inside, but it's a 60-foot drop off on the other side. And don't get me wrong, it's not a wall like 3 feet thick. It's like fucking, like 40 feet thick at top.
You could ride chariot races on top of it.
Yeah. And you can see like, down north and south of you to each side, you could see like, where it juts out like hundreds of yards away. Hold on a quick second, please. Okay. You come up over the wall to this big platform, and there's like some guards who are kind of looks like some little bit upper ranking. Everybody has bows and like light armor, pretty much. You can hear that like from the north and south, from the pagodas, like half a mile away at least to your north and south. Yeah, because these pagodas, these terraces where the walls spread out even wider. Like here, it's only 40 feet. But there's areas every mile where it spreads out even wider. There's actual barracks and gongs and guard stations, right? You're in between, so about a half mile north and south. But you're met by these archers, and they kind of shake their heads, kind of like, they're like, the ones that were trying to escape back up over the wall, we took care of what we could. Some of them got away, but in the emotions, you can see there's a dead ogre up here even. And he says, but And he motions out to the east, and Michael, and you could see under the silvery moonlight, 300 feet away. There, take quick count. There's 4 more giants,
Okay.
a swarm of goblins, and some ogres with the occasional goblin being chucked. Now there's splats on the wall or goes over. Or they don't have a good, huge shot of hitting from 300 feet away, but they're still taking the
I wish I
occasional
had my
pot shot.
fourth spell again.
Gar will go get about 5 feet with that head, and then he's
Mhm.
going to say, "Subject, get back here! Help your king drag this."
So
Because he's thinking that if this goblin is running around loose, he may get tagged.
Mhm.
At least helping him with the giant's head may show that he's not attacking.
and Michael, even at this point, I'll say at this point, you're even pretty sure that your spell's gone.
Okay. So
But he's
Mad Eye
still
no longer.
no.
giant.
I'm talking about the charm on the goblin.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Wait, the goblins just believes Garth is king now.
Well, let's put it this way: he's already having a better life than he ever did.
Hey, he got to kill a giant and an ogre who have been. Let's face it, they don't treat goblins well.
Oh no! Look what they're doing to them. They're fucking chucking them.
I gotta save my subjects.
Because even they have the mechanics for the goblin chucker. If a goblin is used as ammunition, they give the damage he does, but each goblin takes, are you ready? 1d6 every 10 feet, maximum of 20d6, and they're 300 feet away. So they're taking 20 points of damage every goblin, minimum. So they're just,
Dead. Yeah.
yeah, they're just dead. So it's not like constant, but yeah, the occasional, like the archers are shooting, but they're at 300 feet. It's like kind of whatever. But that's where we're gonna leave it. Is that there's 4 hill giants out there. It looks like 6 ogres with chuckers, and a small army of goblins that are sometimes being chucked. And they're out east, and out behind them, into the darkness, you can see the area known as the Barren Hills. Up behind them.
And that's where they come from.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they approached from the east.
Nah.
So there you go.
All right.
We'll leave it there, and thank you guys very much.
Yep, and thanks for running it. It was a unique and different game tonight. A lot of fun.
7 miles.
Well, I wanted to do it. I did it in a little bit more of a skirmish way,
Yep.
kind of. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm getting yelled at now.
All right.
See you guys.
Later.
Bye. Everyone, take care.
Yeah.